Welcome, everyone, to another season of high school football. My name is Scott Gross. I'm here with Broden McCune for a bit of a pregame show, so welcome, Broden.
Good evening, everyone.
I tell you, this is a very unusual season for us. With the coronavirus, we're not in Bedford right now, so we're in the studio here at GTV. A little unconventional, but better than nothing, right?
Yeah, socially distance, and hopefully we can socially distance ourselves from the competition tonight and get a win over Bedford.
That's a good one. So this is going to be a very good year for Goffstown football, in my opinion. They're returning a lot of their really talented sophomore class.
Yeah, so we're going to see them as juniors, a little more seasoned, you may say, and we're going to see our seniors come back and maybe have a better season than they already did last year, like Zachary Picard and Jared Hanault at quarterback and running back.
Yeah, I think the key for Goffstown is really going to be their skill positions. They've got, you said, a great quarterback, great running back, but let's talk about their wide receivers. Caden Perry had an unbelievable sophomore year. So did Will Sasso. And then you got Peyton Strickland as well. You also can add Mompoyo and others. They just have so much talent.
And you can't forget that speed on the outside with Jonah Lopez. His tunnel screens and his go routes and his great red zone ability really help him as a great addition to this offense.
Yeah, so a lot of talent on the offensive side of the ball. A lot will depend upon the offensive line. So from what I'm hearing, a lot of guys are going to play both ways, offensive and defensive lines. So Matt Dalton, Capos, and others really going to depend upon how well that offensive line can really handle the defense.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is if they're both going both ways, they're key players on either side of the ball. So you have to make sure you're getting them their breaths and their drinks of water because you can't let these key players get slowed down too much.
So one of my favorite players, I think he's playing linebacker this year, Joey Cody. I think pound for pound, that kid hits harder than anybody.
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ryan. Yeah. Yeah, he is unbelievable.
Yeah, he's undersized for the linebacker position, and he'll even go in at running back sometimes, and he hits hard at either position.
I'm sure his dad, who is Joey, would probably really psych that I compliment him there. But,
yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about Bedford. So Bedford has been very dominant over the last 4 or 5 years. They've got a pretty good quarterback in Joe Michael, and I think they're going to be a tough team tonight.
Yeah, and I was talking with Ty, our spotter, and now doing stats for us, and we've heard Joe's name a lot throughout our own careers, and now he's coming in as a senior, I believe. And again, he's only set for a better performance than he was last year, so you can't expect small things from Michael.
Yeah, and I think with him, he's so athletic. I mean, not only can he throw the ball well, but he can run.
Yeah.
And I think, how everyone, we're here in the GTV studio broadcasting tonight's game between the Goffstown Grizzlies and the Bedford Bulldogs. My name is Scott Gross. I'm joined by Broden McCune. Good evening, Broden.
Good evening, Scott. Sorry we had to cut our intro off a little bit. We are in some unique circumstances tonight, and we missed kickoff. But yeah. Bedford is starting off with the ball here, and we're going to see some of the players we talked about in our cutoff intro show.
Right, so Joe Michael is going to be under center, and he takes the snap. And the Bedford running back, rips off a lot of yards. He's going about 30 yards there before he gets tackled out of bounds at the 25-yard line. But, well, they picked up about 30 yards on that running play, Broden.
That was impressive. And I know you and I, before the show, Scott, we talked about how tackling is going to be a key thing here for this game and how well either team can tackle because obviously both teams started later for practicing.
And there was clearly a couple of missed tackles there, but that offensive line for Bedford just, they created a gaping hole for the running back.
It looked like Matt Dalton was early off the edge, but he still had a big enough hole to totally evade.
So there'll be a first down and 10 at the 26-yard line for the Bulldogs. Michael in the shotgun. It's going to be it looked like that was offensive.
Yeah, that did look like a false start.
But they're pointing, the Bedford Bulldogs are pointing over to Goffstown. Maybe it was a neutral zone infraction.
Well, we'll just have to wait and
see. Yeah, the
here.
referees are getting together. And let's see what the call is.
and they're pushing them back, so that's going to be a false start.
Yep, false start by the Bulldogs. Oh, really? I know you can grab the ball like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the ref's job.
Yeah, so now it'll be a first down and 15 for the Bulldogs, and that actually helps Goffstown because that first play, you don't want to give up 30 yards on the first play of the game. So on the defensive line, looks like we got a 52, which is Matt Dalton.
And then
he's near screen to you. Unfortunately, we weren't at the game, so we don't know who is really playing. So we're going to have to watch just like you are. So Michael in the shotgun.
Folks. You're going to see a middle linebacker blitz right up the center, and he dumps off the pass and gets it off.
Yeah, it was a screen, and he picks up about 5 yards on that one. So they picked up all the yardage that they gave up on that false start. So that'll be a second down and 10.
We're going to see the replay here. Who came in on that tackle? It looked like Ryan Cody was celebrating a little bit there after the tackle, and he came flying in there. Again, I called the middle linebacker blitz. They came right up that middle. I don't even know if that was a screen. I think he just got it.
No, I think it was a design screen. It looked like it was because there were two Goffstown rushers who were in the backfield.
Yeah. Second down and 11 for Bedford. Motion man's going to get it on the outside, and good open field tackle. Who is that?
Number 9. That's Aaron Duval, and he had a great season last year. He's now a junior, but he eludes a block, and he's able to get in on the tackle.
Another undersized guy who can make a really good play in the open
field.
He
does. He tackles really well. A lot of these guys, like you said before, even with, like I mentioned before, Ryan Cody, they're just really, really strong.
Yeah.
And they tackle well.
They put the work in the
a big third down and 7. This is probably fourth down territory anyway for a team when they usually don't kick field goals that are 45 yards. So
especially when you're hot out the gate like this.
So Goffstown's got to stop them twice here. And we're going to get a timeout by Bedford.
It's an interesting play. We're 2 minutes into the first game of the season, and we see our first timeout here.
Yeah, so this is all, one of the unusual things about, football. For one, I think a lot of the players are so grateful to even have a season. It was very questionable whether or not there was going to be.
Yeah, so here we see this big play.
Yeah, so here's that big play as they rip it off. And, again, just a good play. The line just, set up so much open space there.
Yeah, it was pretty good downfield blocking as well.
So saying before, Broden, just an unusual, year, obviously, for everybody. But football was, I think, in peril. There's a lot of discussions early in the summer about not having football because it's one of those high-risk sports. But I know that so much work went into it, from the athletic directors to all the coaches. And the vast majority of teams are playing football in the state of New Hampshire this year. And I know that the student-athletes are just super excited to be out there. On the contrary, that the parents of these players, they can't go to these games. Yeah. So that's one of the downsides. Is Division I made a rule that away visitors they can't go. So only home parents and guardians can go to these games, and there's no band, anything like that.
But at the end of the day, it's for the safety of our student athletes.
Oh yeah,
our
I agree.
So it's not the worst thing there, Scott. So we're going to see 3rd and 7 again. We were just talking about this is 4th down, most likely 4th down territory for Bedford. So let's see what they run here on the 3rd down.
They can get a pass rush if they're going to blitz at all. It's going to be another handoff up the middle, and he gets nothing.
It's about 2 yards.
And it's a fumble.
The ball is out.
And
no, they're calling him down.
Okay, they're calling him down at the 22-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 7. And as you can see here, just great penetration by the Goffstown defense.
So, Scott, somebody I want to watch this year, he didn't have a lot of play time on the opposite side of the ball, but Will Sasso is starting at corner.
Okay.
I was watching some of the 7-on-7 games, and he had, I believe, in one day, he had 3 interceptions in the 7-on-7
He's just
games.
another great, he's
got great
another
hands.
great athlete.
So I want to take a look how he is on the defensive side of the ball.
Big 4th down and 6 here in the pistol.
Motion man out to the side. Watch him, and where did the ball go there?
That ball might have been caught, but at the 20.
It does not look like that's going to be enough.
And it's a flag on the play. If that's a hold, that'll be bad for Goffstown. That's usually where you see a holding penalty.
It looked like a hold. Yeah, that's what the ref was calling.
He knocked him right down.
Yep.
That would be.
You just can't do that.
Yep. So that's horrible. That's going to be a 1st down, I think.
I
maybe
it's
4th and 1. Okay.
Oh, they're calling it a first down. Oh, because it's from the spot of the foul.
Right,
in
right.
that
So that'll be a
case.
first down for Bedford. Really costly penalty. I'm not sure who that was.
I couldn't catch it either.
But didn't really.
It didn't work in our favor. That's
Yeah.
for sure. We got that first flag for the false start, but
But it's
one didn't go
penalties
our
like
way.
that really kill you. So now
Yeah.
it'll be first and goal, actually, inside the 10-yard line.
I think they're just shy of the 10, so it's going to be first
Okay.
and 10.
And it's a handoff to
Outside
number 2,
handoff.
but he gets
Look
stuffed.
Was that Matt Dalton on the outside?
Well, it was
Because
Cody who originally got in there.
Yeah, and I believe Matt Dalton was on the edge there. Yeah, he was right there. He tossed a lineman.
Yeah.
I'd like you to watch this play. Just threw him to the side.
Yeah.
And now these linemen aren't small people.
Yeah.
That's hard to do. It's going to be 2nd and 9, just a yard gained.
It's like a pretty big lineman. Number 75 for Bedford. That'd be Ryan Allard.
He is
6'3", almost 300 pounds.
Wow.
And he's on the right side of their line. Again, Michael in the shotgun, and he hands it off, inside
Little
handoff. And that's a
misdirection. That's
touchdown.
gonna-
Oh,
oh,
almost.
Great.
That's stopped him at the 2-yard line. Maybe
Duval and Jeremy Hanal.
make it a 3-yard line. So that's probably going to be, what, 3rd down and 2, maybe?
Something like that.
But that was a nice play.
That was a good misdirection. You got a couple people moving in the same
Yeah.
direction. It's kind of like Salem's
Yeah.
style of play, where they've got a bunch of people in the box. You don't know who it's going to there. So
That was almost like a counter play.
yeah,
So what was that on the 3-yard line? It looks like.
Yeah.
They keep showing that play. And it's the replay of the last one where, again, everybody goes the other way, and he goes right up the middle.
yeah, and the two people that were moving in the direction that you can't. That was another-
And what
that's
do we got here?
Is that going to be another?
So they say it's against Goffstown. It looks like
I don't know. It looked like
it
the
is.
third
It's
was-
against
oh,
Goffstown,
okay. It's gonna be
which
half the distance.
that's half the distance, and that'll
gonna
be
be a
first
first
down.
down.
Yeah, this is. But we talked about this a little bit before we were on camera about because there really hasn't been a whole lot of practices. You're going to see penalties, false starts, and neutral zone infractions.
Yeah.
So
And especially now we're not in Bedford.
Yeah.
We are currently sitting in the studio. We can't hear if the
Right.
quarterback may be using cadence and
So-
maybe using their hard counts to draw the Goffstown line offside.
So it's a first down and goal, I guess, on the 4. Actually, it's close to that. It looks like it's on the 2-yard line.
Another
Inside
handoff
handoff.
right up the
He's in
middle.
there. That's a touchdown. And what are they doing?
I don't
That's
know
a touchdown.
what
yeah.
The FAR judges.
The FAR judge didn't signal anything, but that was clearly a touchdown. So Bedford goes up by 6. And they just got a lot of penetration on the inside there.
Scott, if we can get this replay one more time, I think one stepped off a little early. I'm not sure if we
Yeah.
can, but I think there could have been a case for another false start.
So really, when you think about this drive for Bedford, that was Menderson with the touchdown.
That was almost blocked. Great penetration.
And yeah, so it's 7-0 quickly, but just Bedford ripped off just a 30-yard running play, and then it was some Goffstown penalties that really hurt them in some key spots.
I
and-
was incorrect. One was correctly timing his
Yeah.
block. Looks like the Bedford crew over at BCTV has Goffstown up 7-0.
Yeah.
We'd like to inform you that is not correct.
Yeah.
Bedford just scored.
So
we'll
not
see how long that.
yeah,
stays
so not
up.
the greatest start for the Goffstown Grizzlies there. Their defense really had a hard time on the running game, and then again, just the penalties at inopportune times gave Bedford a second life there.
But remember, at the same time, Bedford is going to have the same challenges we do on this run game because we haven't seen as much contact in practice.
Yeah.
And we've got Zach Picard, who's one of the best second effort runners in the state.
I would agree, and I think if anything, I don't think folks would argue that Goffstown has a lot of talent
Yeah.
on the offensive side of the ball. It really is going to depend upon can the line do its job, giving Jarrett Hanault the time to pass the ball or create those seams for Picard.
Yeah,
So
we had a relatively small senior class last year, but a lot of our line was on the
Yeah.
senior class. Was in the senior class.
So let's see if they do the typical razzle-dazzle play on the kickoff. A lot of teams are so keen to it now that they kind of squib kick it, and we're not really getting a great shot.
I
And that's
So
because
that's
it went
gonna
out
go
of bounds. So now Goffstown can take the ball, I believe, at I think it's the 35-yard line, or they can ask for a re-kick.
So a couple times last year, Coach Huff, who is now no longer the coach, solely the athletic director,
Right.
asked for a re-kick, and it didn't really help. So I
Yeah.
believe we're going to get the ball at the. Let's see where they spot it.
They're gonna re-kick it.
They're going to
so-
re-kick it instead.
Yeah.
So do we have enough trust in this dealer? I believe is the play.
Yeah, the
play
dealer play.
The dealer play where we've got a couple people back there. You don't know who's got the ball. Razzle dazzle. Maybe we end up with the touchdown.
So now the kickoff is going to come from the 35-yard line, which is an NFL spot for a kickoff.
It's going to be even short.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be lucky if he can kick it to the 10.
Yeah.
And let's see what we got here. And we
Do see the dealer.
do see the dealer play. And it's going up the sideline.
And
he's out of bounds at what? About the 35?
No, just the
30.
Just the 30.
So in that instance, you're right. I mean, they would have been better off taking the ball.
Yeah,
And I think it would have been at the 35. I'm pretty sure.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
there's a reason Hammond is the head coach.
Yeah.
And we're sitting in the studio.
yeah, so, Coach Hammond in his first year, he was the offensive coordinator last year, a lot of experience. And this is his first year as the head coach. But he returns a very seasoned group of assistant coaches.
Yeah. They all know what they're doing.
Yeah. So you'll see Hinault at quarterback with Picard to his left. And Goffstown has three wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. It looks like Strickland is in the slot. And this comes a blitz. It's going to be a screen
that
play.
was a design screen.
Yep, 5 yards. And what that's, it's funny because I talked to Coach Hammond for the last 2 years about softening up the defense in terms of the rush by allowing, by doing these types of screens. And really, there was a missed block there. I'm trying to think who was that? Might have been Pierce. I'm trying to see, but he could have sprung that one for a long one.
So the receivers are Perry, Mpoyo, and Strickland.
Beautiful
gets
play.
It on a tunnel screen.
Oh,
and
wow.
He's going to get a couple blocks, and he's going to also get a first down.
So that was Strickland, right?
Yeah.
So Strickland, but that was a beautiful throw by Hinault.
That was a very
he
good
floated it right over the rusher for Bedford. You'll
Watch
see
it
here.
again.
Yeah, nice replay there.
Yeah, very good.
Beautifully timed, and then nice block there.
That's Caden Perry. Caden
So
Perry is.
Caden Perry, number 7, with a beautiful block.
Now we're going to see Jonah Lopez on the close side of our screen. And Card's going to get it up the
Yeah,
middle.
so Picard got stuffed. That was, that whole, read option that the quarterback has, and I could almost argue that he should have kept that one, but
he could have kept that one. I think the problem there is the line needs to understand what a read option is, and they just need to block.
yeah, but you could see Hinault had a lot of time to throw in those passes.
It's going to roll out to his right, cut back up the field, and
he gains to the 50.
Oh, wow. He
40.
keeps
Yeah, he
pushing.
keeps going. He's super strong. He's got, one of the things that I really like about him is he doesn't give up, for one, but his leg strength is just tremendous. Watch this, folks. He looks like he should have been tackled around the 48-yard line, and he picks up another 5 yards beyond that. This is going to bring up, what do you think, about a 3rd down and 2?
Somewhere
4,
around.
okay.
I'm gonna call that.
But again, with Goffstown, I think, on this one, even if you don't get it, you keep going.
Yeah. Again, 4th down territory right here. You're past your
Trips to the close, far side, near side of the
same
screen.
screen again.
It just works.
Strickland's hard to tackle in the open field. It's gonna be
He
an arm
really is.
tackle.
And number 2 for Bedford, that was Eli Menderson. He's your running back who scored that touchdown. He breaks the stop, but again, same exact play. And they just have nothing for that. And just a great block again. I'm trying to think who
Really
sprung
good
him on that one. Was that Mpoyo on that one?
I believe it was a combination of Mpoyo
Yeah.
and Perry again.
Now you have trips to the top part of your screen. And that ball gets thrown over to Mpoyo, right?
No, that's Jonah Lopez. on
Lopez,
that
I
far
apologize.
side.
Yep.
So it looks like we're seeing the same set. It's going to be flipped every now and then with Lopez on one side and then Strickland, Perry, and Mpoyo on the other.
Does this surprise you at all, Broden, though? I mean, when you look at, we talked about in the pregame how talented the receiving core is.
I'm a little surprised.
I am
We
too.
also need to soften that defense and get the men up front.
And here's a run up the middle by Picard.
What a move by Picard.
Yeah. So both teams here are doing well offensively. You talked about that, how that could be the case, the tackling and everything, but that hole was just wide open. There's a missed tackle there.
Yep.
And then he was able to get to the second level.
Picard makes a miss with the best of them.
Yeah, and I think you made such a good point. Picard is one of the best running backs in the state. He does not go down on first contact.
No.
Just doesn't.
So Strickland already has those 2 screen plays.
So they're bunched up here.
Yards. Again, another read option that I think.
Yeah, you could have made a point that he could have kept it.
Kept it.
But, keep in mind, too, that, the calls that Coach Hammond is making right now, it's like he's kind of keeping the defense, guessing in terms of, are they going to throw? Are they going to run? And it's hard, especially if you're a linebacker. Are you crashing the line or are you going into coverage? And so we got second down and goal, it looks like. And that's a handoff.
Cuts back inside.
And he's at
he's down to like the 1.
The 1 yard line, yeah.
So Scott, something interesting here, a set we didn't see much of with Coach Huff. We're going to actually see someone lining up in a tight end position.
Yes, yeah.
Cooper Flanagan, he's going to kind of sway the line a little bit.
That was an unbelievable cutback by Picard.
Really shifted the field.
Third down and goal for Goffstown. Hinault in the shotgun. It's going to design run up the middle.
That's
He's
a
in
touchdown.
there. He's in.
Yes.
So Goffstown scores a touchdown, and now Bedford is playing Bedford with the graphics.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So it's now we await the extra point. I'm not even sure who's kicking for Goffstown.
I'm not sure who's kicking this year. So
just a great offensive drive by the Grizzlies, and you got to give Coach Hammond credit here for just really good offensive play call.
Yeah, pretty good. A nice mix of run. And that's going to be
number 75, Ethan Bradley.
He is a soccer player. He played soccer for a little bit.
He's pretty big for a kicker, right? I mean, and that doesn't look too good.
No.
Looked like his sneaker came off or something. No, it didn't. But
I think that was also a bad snap. It was a little bit low.
So those things sometimes come back and haunt you. But a really, really nice play. Yeah, again, Hinault has the ability to throw and to run, so he's a dual threat there.
He did come up behind Charlie Peace, who had that really good ability to make a play with his own legs. We're going to see if the snap here was the problem. Just look at Flanagan's
Not
hands.
really.
It was the hold, rather.
Yeah, it might have been the hold, but it didn't look all that bad. Just not sure what happened.
So
not the greatest angle for us.
From now on, if you're Coach Hammond, you've got this explosive offense. You've got a lot of pieces that you can use really well right by the goal. You go for 2 from now on.
I think you're going to go for 2 the next time around because you have to make up for your that you lost that extra point there. But for me, the key is to this game is I think you've got 2 pretty good offenses here. Who is going to be able to stop the other team?
Yeah.
And so far, neither defense has looked all that great.
Odd kicking formation. It doesn't look like the camera could even
And we can't tell you what's going on here. So one thing that I don't like so far, we know that Bedford got the ball to about the 40-yard line, is that it looks like either we couldn't tell, but either we're not kicking the ball deep or we're just not getting good special teams play. But when Bedford starts at their 40-yard line, now this is their second time, that's not the greatest thing. You're giving up, at least 10, if not 20 yards.
Yeah.
You want to have your that offense start on their, say, 20, 25-yard line. Let them go 75 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Here, it's, you're shortening the field like crazy. So let's see what Bedford does if they continue to run the ball. That's really what they've tried to do. And now it looks like they've got a guy out in the flat, and that's tipped. I thought that was tipped on the line. It's hard for us on this feed.
It is a little hard.
To see. We apologize for that, for those of you in the audience. And let's see if there is a tip here. It's hard to tell. He did, yeah. I think one of the defensive linemen for Goffstown, and I can't tell, but look, he got up and he tipped that ball. So it'd be second down and 10.
That's a really good instinct to have as a lineman, is to know when your rush stops and your pass defense starts.
So Goff's is playing 2 safeties deep. Here comes the run again. And
It looks like Dalton got a hand on him there and then pulled him back.
Yeah. So this is going to bring up, looks like about a 3rd and 6. And let's see what happened on this one.
Yeah,
Broden.
watch Dalton on the far edge here. He's going to get a hand and kind of slow him down and then pull him right back using that jersey.
Yeah. He's a big boy. Was he like 6'7" or something?
I think he's around 6'7". And I was actually watching the Salem game from last year that was here at Goffstown High School. He had one play where he stopped an end zone attempt with just the grabbing somebody's jersey.
Big 3rd down and 7 for Goffstown. They got to get a stop here. Get back on the field. Are they going to blitz?
Another middle linebacker blitz right up the center, and he almost got to
avoided
Michael.
it, and he was wide open. So that's a 1st down for Bedford. Great throw and catch. Number 7 for Bedford, that would be Aaron Scaling.
It looks like
but look how far off we're playing on him. Seriously, that's crazy.
Well, that's when
then that's just not. Who was our cornerback?
That's Mike Levesque on that.
All right,
on that coverage.
Mike Levesque on that one. He was playing too soft on him, and then he got turned around. He got his back towards him. So Mike's going to have to tighten up his defense on that one.
That comeback route is really dangerous when you're playing that off coverage because you can easily cut back and you've got a lot of separation all of a sudden there.
Then you got to be careful, for the
and
pump
Michael
and go.
was just dragged down. Somebody came out right out
but he
from
picked
behind
up
him.
5-6 yards. So
he powered ahead. 5, so.
Again, Goffstown's got to get those key stops on 3rd down and long. And here comes a replay.
I believe that was Strickland. Strickland got the hand and dragged him down there.
Yeah, from the backside.
From the backside,
he came all the way. Goffstown is what I can see, though. They're not getting a push on the defensive line. They're actually getting pushed back.
I don't see Capos out there.
Handoff up the middle. He gets but a great second effort for a 1st down. So he ran into his own offensive lineman, it looked like. And then look at that second effort. Let's see this again. Run up the middle. He crashes into his own, or actually, if he crashes into his own lineman or a Goffstown defender.
Yeah, I think that was a defender, Scott.
And who was that? So it's a 1st down and 10 at the 37-yard line for the Bedford Bulldogs. With about a minute left in the 1st quarter, they lead 7-6. Michael in the pistol, he hands off again up the middle, and again on a second effort, he picks up, a tough 2 yards.
That was good. That was good
And
wrap
that's
up
number
by Belanger.
32 for the Bulldogs.
So yeah,
Erwin
big thing
Russell.
Here, Capos isn't out there on the line tonight.
Well, they might have to make some adjustments here. I think they put Capos on offensive line, and this is where they might have to make some,
I believe I said it in the intro show. I'm not sure if it was cut off or not, but I said if you're going to have these players running both ways on the line is a grueling position, so you're going to have to let them take a breath.
We
so
got
maybe,
Belanger. It looks like he's playing right end.
And I believe Toby Halpern
Defensive
is on
end.
is on the close edge.
Yeah, but he gives up a lot of weight,
Yeah. And wow, Strickland came blazing off that edge, and that was close.
What
to
a
being,
great play
that was
by
a very good play
by Michael, because that could have been a loss of 15 yards.
That was a very good play all around,
Yeah.
and that could have been a loss. And he got it to someone who is right there at the line of scrimmage.
Right.
That was almost an intentional grounding.
Yeah, but
he
not
found
really.
a
But so it was a
receiver.
blitz, and they get a missed tackle there, and then he's able to quickly release it, and guy almost caught it.
Yeah. Michael is that nice.
So here we go
improviser
again. I
type
think
of
this is 4th down territory. So if you're Bedford, you might want to think about a run up the middle. It's a run because you've had success running the ball.
Yeah.
Not so much success passing the ball, although that one a couple of plays ago they picked up 7 yards. Let's see what they do here. And it's going to be a pass. And
that was Sasso in coverage.
Yeah,
And that was
we're giving up way too much. We're giving too much pad there, and I understand that it's a 3rd down and 8, but look how we're 7 yards off the ball.
Yeah. But if you looked at the far side, we were running press coverage on the far side.
Right, but you can't do that.
But Michael is thrown to the same side every single pass.
So that's
gonna
the
be
end of
the first.
end of the 1st quarter with Bedford leading 7-6 over Goffstown, and I think the story is really the offenses of both teams.
Yeah.
they both have been able to really, get first downs, get in good rhythm. Bedford's been doing their rhythm on the ground, I would say. Goffstown's rhythm was more in the air.
Goffstown,
or a combination.
Goffstown
of both,
had a nice combo going, yeah.
But I think for me, you can clearly see that Goffstown, can do a lot of damage in the air.
Yeah.
On the Bedford side of the ball, it appears to me that they're going to do their damage with the run game.
Yeah, and that 1-2 combo of both of their backs coming out, and I think we go back to Goffstown's receivers. That's our strong point.
Well, I think if you're Goffstown, you really got to, hone down, just focus in on the defense here, and if that means that you've got to put in, Capos or others, then that's what it's going to take.
Yeah.
So he played, obviously, defensive line last year,
Yes.
and he was a run stopper
Yeah.
as well as I think Dalton played and others. So, for a guy like, so I think, was it Halpern you said was playing?
Halpern was there.
Yeah, I thought Halpern was going to be playing offensive line, but I guess I'm wrong.
Hey, sometimes Scott Gross is wrong.
Well, yeah, it happens.
So here are some of the other D1 games going on. Alvern at Salem, Pinkerton at Londonderry, BG at Merrimack.
Crazy. So you say Pinkerton at Londonderry, another, you can argue another one of those rivalry games,
Yeah.
First game of the season.
And Nashua North versus
Yeah,
Nashua
so here we go, a
South.
big 4th down and 3 in motion, hands off, and that's
I think
going
he's
to get
gonna
it.
get it.
Oh, he definitely gets it. And there's a penalty coming in late, and a lot of times that will be on the offense, but let's see.
I think that
Could be a hold.
that
Usually
could be-
when they throw it from that part of the field, it's a hold, but
I think that also
Let's
could
see.
have been like a face mask or something.
it's a hold. Holding on the offense.
On the offense,
So that
yeah,
will bring
you
it
were
back 10 yards. Well, it's just when that referee throws the flag, it's
Yeah.
typically a hold.
Let's see if we can spot it here.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
I don't. Oh no.
He threw somebody down. So
There
now
was somebody that
So
came
now
down.
what do they do? Now it's a 4th down, and this could be like 15 when all's said and done.
Really?
Yeah, because
This
it's
That's actually, I believe that's a personal foul.
no, I think it was.
No.
No. It was a hold. It was a hold. So now it's 4th down and 12, and
'Cause-
Bedford is going to probably punt the ball here because they don't want to give Goffstown great field position.
Yeah.
So here, your punter should be able to, hit it probably within the 20 to 15-yard line. Just kick it out of bounds. Don't even
Yeah.
give Goffstown an opportunity.
Do we have
we
anyone
can't tell
back?
from the shot, the angle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people on the line. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
guess we have our 2 back receiver.
Yeah, it's hard to say. We
This
don't
is
know
not-
who is going to be receiving the punt.
This is not the right angle.
And not really a great shot for us. And that ball's
That's a
bad.
bad punt.
yeah, it is. It probably goes out of bounds right on the 26-yard line.
Yeah, we said pin it right in that 15, 20
Well, you
yard
should have been
range.
able to, but again, it's high school football and first game of the season, not so easy.
No.
So Goffstown gets a stop, and on that one, thank Bedford's holding.
Yeah, and
Um,
we said it there. We said it at the start of the drive. Who's going to be able to stop him
Yeah.
first? And it really looks like, I don't even know if Goffstown stopped him.
Yeah,
Bedford stopped themselves.
So Joe Michael, as you can see on your screen, he's completed 3 out of 5 passes for 16 yards. Good game for him so far. Now let's see what Jarrett Hanauld and his Goffstown Grizzlies can do on their second drive. Very dominant in the first drive with a good mixture of runs and passes.
So we're going to see that same set with the same 3 receivers at the top, and I'm going to guess Jonah Lopez at the bottom of your screens. And doesn't look like Picard's going to get much out of that.
No, he
but
picked up 2 or 3. So for Goffstown, Toby Halpern is playing on offensive line. I just saw his number.
Is Capos even on the field, is my question.
He's 54, right?
58. I
Okay,
believe.
50. You're right, 58.
I don't even think he's on the field, Scott.
And another.
That's a high ball.
Yeah, it was just a. And something I think Bedford was almost keen to that. You see, number 1 for them.
Yeah,
he was right over
coming
there.
up
So
on
that
that
was
one.
Solomon Sanchez. He was all over that one. So now it's a long 3rd and 8. And what I like here is, I like the ball going to Strickland here. Again, over the middle. He's just so dominant in terms of being able to break tackles.
Yeah, let him let him run.
So he's
Let
in
him
the
get in the
slot
open
right
field.
now. And
Looks like Will Sasso comes in.
Yep.
For Jonah Lopez.
so they've got a 4-receiver set, 3 to the top of your screen. And good pass rush by Bedford. Long ball.
deep ball.
And that's going to be intercepted.
That's
That's
gonna be-
intercepted, right? Or broken up. I can't.
Oh, that's incomplete. That's an
Incomplete.
ball.
Okay.
It was a 50-50 ball, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like that play call, to be honest with you, because I think
3rd and 8, you didn't really have much of a
there was
check down
but
there.
what I'm trying to say is like he threw the ball into
Four.
triple coverage.
Yeah.
So now Goffstown will be punting. Again, for a team that just dominated in their first drive, maybe again the defenses are settling down, but the play calling there was
I think the thing is there, you called like a 4 verticals type of play,
Yeah.
and you didn't have a check down.
Yeah.
There was no check down there on that play.
low snap
Oh, snap. But
And-
Card gets a good kickoff.
and a fair catch at the 39 yard line. So once again, Bedford keeps getting great field position.
But Goffstown was what? At their
30. Yeah.
not even. I
Yeah.
think they're like 28 area.
Right. What I'm trying to say is this is the 3rd time that Bedford has started their drive at the 40-yard line.
Yeah. So we see Zach Card, who's averaging a little
Right.
over, like, I believe 2.3
Yeah.
yards.
So
Somewhere around
we're
there.
told from our studio that Capos was ruled out tonight. So
He's
he's
ruled
not.
out
He's
tonight.
not.
All
He's
right.
not playing. So now Bedford takes over on their 40-yard line, and they're going to come out passing. There's going to be a screen play.
That's a screen
Beautiful
play there,
screen right up
Scott.
the middle. That's trouble, but a beautiful tackle.
Good tackle. I believe that's Jeremy Hinault.
That was number 2. You're right.
No,
Oh,
24.
24. I apologize.
Jeremy's going to be playing
Yep.
that safety
Yep.
position, so he comes up nice for a good
But that's
play
a
there.
great play. They took advantage of, again, that slows down your pass rush, opens up your running lane. So just really great play calling by the Bedford Bulldogs. But they'll be a 1st down and 10 at the Goffstown 49-yard line.
So if I'm looking at this from Coach Hammond's point, they've run a screen probably about
Yes,
3 times
right.
now. I'd say
we got a penalty on that one, it looks like. Late flag. We didn't see it.
yeah, we must not have caught that. Holding again, and remember, a
So that-
screen is a pass play.
Right.
So before the pass is thrown, you can't block downfield. So I'm going to guess.
Right. I think what happened is, based upon that one, it looks like the holding penalty was
around the spot.
right around. Right.
So I'm going to guess one of the linemen came up
Yep.
quick
Yep.
and tried to block one of the middle linebackers.
So it's 1st down and 13 for the Bulldogs, and it's going to be a handoff up, and
Wow.
he breaks the tackle, gets tackled at the 47-yard line, but not before he picks up 10 yards.
Gonna make back most of
Yeah, he did.
that penalty
Yeah.
already.
But look, they go to the right side of the line, and
Even in
look at the
slow
push there.
motion.
So
Even in slow motion.
Dalton got pushed back 5 yards on that play. That's saying something. We should find out who the Bedford guard is there, because
It looked like Dalton got up and said something to the guard, so
Wow.
we got to keep an eye on that matchup.
Okay.
Doesn't look like
I'm just
it's
saying
going
he
too
got
great.
pushed off the ball like 5 yards on that play. And Bedford has historically had pretty big, aggressive offensive linemen. So we got a 2nd and 4 at the 47, and it's a handoff again up the middle, fumble, and
It looks-
Goffstown recovers. I
It looks
think.
like Goffstown recovered it.
Yeah. Who is
They
it?
are that is Goffstown ball.
Who got that one? My man? Is that my man?
I think that was
that
Ryan
my man?
Cody.
Was that my man?
I think it was
It
Ryan
was.
Cody.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was. I don't think he recovered it, but I think he forced it. Yeah, I think Cody forced it there. It was a great play,
Yeah.
coming screaming up that middle.
Told you. Told you.
Well, I think his dad's even happier now. Not only that you name dropped him,
Yeah,
but
I name dropped him.
his son forced a fumble.
I'm sure he probably hits pretty hard too.
Yeah, probably.
But
So-
great defense here. So now this is a great opportunity for the Grizzlies at the 44-yard line of Bedford.
Keep an eye here on our wideout set. They're not all on the line
Yeah.
of scrimmage there. We've got Uziel and Poyo
Yeah.
sitting back a couple yards.
Love the play.
And
Love the play.
Peyton Strickland
Love
he
it.
could go all the way. My goodness.
They
you
can't.
can't stop him.
You cannot
You
stop
can't
him.
stop him.
It takes 2 to 3 guys to tackle him. And again, in my opinion, Peyton, if he can keep doing what he's doing, this kid has a legit D1 shot, in my opinion. So
He's really good. He's talented.
I mean, just saying he's got the
size.
size, right?
He can catch the
So
ball.
look at this. Now they're chasing him down, and number 2 doesn't have a prayer. He strong arms him, and then you got to take 2-3 guys to take him down, and just an unbelievable. This is what I wanted them to do on that other play, to be honest with you.
And you know what? It was a great play action play because
Yep.
you drawed that
Yep.
defensive tackle there for like half a second, just enough to let Jarrett get that throw off. It was a very good throw over the top by Jarrett. Something he struggled with a lot last year.
I don't know. I think Hammond is saying, hey, calling some good plays.
He's calling some good plays
I
already,
gotta
and
say.
I think that play action.
I mean, Huffed was Huffed, but
Look at Peyton Strickland.
Yeah.
Already. 3 receptions, 86 yards.
and that's a run up
Picard's
the
gonna
middle
take
by
it.
Picard, and he picks up 4.
He's gonna get to the 1 there.
No, he's at the
Like 1.5.
yeah 1.5, 2. You're right. It helps to have those young eyes, Broden, like you do.
I think we're both looking at the same screen.
I
though.
know, and the thing that we don't have the benefit of, we're not seeing a high definition
That's true.
feed here. We're seeing low definition. Like I think we're getting 720. You think on this?
It's probably a little lower.
Lower
than that. and we're sizing it up. And
And-
Jarrett's going to take it
and he's in.
stretch out.
I think he's in.
Did he stretch?
He definitely is in. He's got to be in.
They're calling it.
You gotta
like
be
a
kidding me.
Foot short,
You
Scott.
gotta be
That
kidding
is
me.
like a foot
I would,
short.
if I have to take the flag and throw that in there, call for another. Look at this. Again, we
Let's
can't
look at the
see,
replay.
but
Let's look at the replay.
I thought he was in.
No, I think
maybe
he's just
not.
a little
Yeah,
short.
all right.
I think he should have stretched out there.
Well, you gotta be careful on those plays. So
Is this 4th and 1 already?
yeah, I guess so.
He's going to go again. That's
And
a
he's
touchdown.
in.
That's a touchdown.
He's in.
Yeah,
He's
that one's
in.
a touchdown.
He's too big. He's too big.
2 rushing touchdowns already.
Now you go for
Jarrett.
2. Gotta go for 2.
Yeah, got to go for 2. And you know who I like in this situation? Will Sasso.
Will
Will
Sasso.
Sasso's great bare hands. He can get really good catches
I
with
tell ya.
no gloves.
That was a really good play, I think, by number 2 for Bedford, Eli Menderson. He's a talented kid.
Yeah.
He came in all the way in the backside.
Is Sasso not even on the field? Come on, Hammond.
You got Jonah Lopez, it looks like.
Lopez.
Oh,
They're going to catch him offside.
That'll be okay, because now it'll be a little closer.
Be a yard.
Well, now you maybe want to run the ball.
Maybe you do.
So now you have an option. going
Maybe
on
you
here.
just tell Jared Hinault. Do it again.
I don't know.
He did just have 2 in a row.
I do like how again, I think that's a risky play, the quarterback keeper, only in the sense that they're crashing on the backside.
You know what I think? I think you do a read option.
Yeah. Picard has been also really good at blocking here.
Yeah. And they're just going to tell him to keep it
Yeah,
again,
and he does.
he's
So
got
he picks up the 2-point conversion. So now Goffstown jumps up by a touchdown with an extra point. So with 7:31 to go in the second, really impressive drive. But Broden, we kind of figured that Goffstown's offense is going to be pretty potent this year, and then again, absent Capos, and you could argue that Capos is the best lineman not only in Goffstown but arguably in the state.
Yeah. And that 1-2 punch of him and Dalton.
Right.
Even
So
better.
what I'm trying to say is, if you double team one, you can't double team the other. So again, that's on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. So that's a big void there for Goffstown. So it's 7:31. Again, one of the things that I'm seeing here, and again, you can't be perfect in high school football or any football for that matter, but special teams is a bit of a concern for me. Again, we missed an extra point. Our kickoffs have not really gone all that deep.
Yeah.
And Bedford has gotten the ball at the 40-yard line almost every single time.
I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see it again here,
Yeah.
but here's our crew. All right, so we may be able to see it here. And a special thanks to all the crew of BCTV for providing.
Oh, yeah, we
stream
can't do
tonight.
this without them. And, just a great job by all of the cable access centers across the state. They're all helping each other out.
Yeah.
They recognize what the situation is. And that one is
That
a
one
short
goes a
kick to the 30.
farther,
See, that's what I'm
but
saying. It's like, it's trouble every single time.
Right to the 40.
You go into the 40. And
38-40.
so I think Coach Hammond is going to have to figure this out.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to, rob a kid off the soccer team
Yeah,
or
you
something.
go to the soccer bench.
Right, you got
and
to.
You say, you want to play football?
See, on that kick, it's like there's no follow through on
Yeah.
the kick. And I'm not blaming the kid who's kicking. I mean, a lot of times it's like, oh, raise your hand. Who wants to be the place
Yeah.
kicker?
Well,
But
luckily enough, last year we had Kyle Pinard. who
right,
did a
Kyle
fantastic
Bernard
job.
was Chiquita.
Chiquita.
Chiquita with the yellow sneakers,
Mhm.
cleats. Yeah. So Bedford will take over at the 38-yard line, their 38-yard line. And see, it's going to be a pass play.
Play action deep. Oh.
And he fell down.
He fell down. Coverage.
Yeah, Goffstown defender fell down.
Oh, that's Will Sasso.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tough break for Goffstown. That's a big, that's about a 30-yard gain.
Yeah.
But he falls down in coverage. And, he got pushed.
That's a push-off.
He got pushed.
I don't think that's
He
a
got
fall down. I
pushed.
think that's a push-off.
He got pushed off. But how come they don't call that? Man. Thank you for the instant replay, Bedford. Looks like on that one.
Tonight we.
We're doing
Dave is doing replay.
So Dave is
tonight.
doing those. Okay,
Yeah,
but
something you can only get here at
But that was a
GTV.
push-off.
It did look like a
did.
blatant push-off.
And they're going to hand it off up the middle. And
He broke that.
Dalton missed the tackle.
Dalton missed the tackle, something you don't hear all that often.
Well,
He's got long
this
arms,
is what,
big
bro,
body.
you called this out in the beginning. Said a lot. You can see a lot of missed tackles because they haven't had a lot of practice.
Yeah.
These guys.
Not
No
even
game
a lot.
action.
They've had a good amount of practice.
Oh, yeah, so Dalton clearly.
They haven't had a lot of high contact practicing.
Yeah. So second down and a short 4 to go at the Bedford, Goffstown's 30-yard line with under 7 minutes to play until halftime. Goffstown leads 14-7. Look for another handoff here. Inside handoff.
Misdirection.
Yep.
That was a good play.
It was. And he
I
picks up
believe that's
one or two.
That's
So-
Cody coming in for the play there.
Yeah.
Central Memorial right now, scores updated. It's 14-7. Central's leading in that one. And Memorial, I believe, only had one win last season, so that's something that's expected between those two.
Yeah, Memorial, though, I think they can do better.
They definitely could.
But they just have had so long where they haven't really been able to.
It's demoralizing,
yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah, and Central always plays Goffstown tough. Always.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had some
Good
classics.
years, bad years. It's like
Yeah,
they
the
always
past
play each
couple
other
years.
tough. Third down and 3.
Another middle
Hand
linebacker
off up the
blitz.
middle, and that's going
Michael.
nowhere. Number 2, that was Mendelson. He was met by a Goffstown lineman.
I think that was a. No, that was Menderson.
Was that number? That was Strickland on that play. Came in from the outside linebacker type position.
Well, let's watch. It looked like he's playing that roamer position that they
Yeah.
like to call it here in Goffstown, where he kind of plays that in between between coverage
Right.
and rushing.
So this is going to be a 4th down and 3. They're going to obviously go for it. So
Menderson's got
Well-
13 attempts today.
right, but also keep in mind though that he ripped off that one for 40 yards.
Yeah.
So one of them was gravy, and then the rest have been tough yardage.
Little dink and
Yeah.
dunk type runs.
So this is obviously a big 4th down, and I'm going to look for a play action pass here if I'm Bedford or even a screen.
This looks like,
They're stacking everybody up.
yeah, that's a direct snap, and they're going to push forward. I think
they
that's
got
going to
it.
get the first down.
They do.
So
That's just brute force right there. And that's,
yeah,
they pushed the
that was a
pile
direct
3-4
snap.
yards. And, that's something that if you're Goffstown, you can't be too happy about because
No.
when you get pushed off the ball 3, 4, 5 yards, I could make an argument Bedford do that every single time.
Yeah. So
Beat us.
So a little thing here is Solomon Sanchez, who's arguably one of Bedford's best players, hasn't touched the ball
Yeah.
other than that last play.
Now Goffstown's playing up on the Bedford receivers. Here comes a pass play. That's a touchdown, my friend.
No, that's down to the 1 yard
down
line.
to the 1.
So
And who
not
caught that one? That was number 1,
that's
Solomon Sanchez. So there you
as
go.
I called it. So not great coverage there by Duval, but good way to stop the score and way to make up for the So the thing there is they're in a cover 2, which means both of the safeties have to pull back and kind of cover half the field. It looked like Duval
but-
kind of jumped up expecting like a slant play,
But
and got caught up.
now was Hinault out of position on that one, you think? Or?
No, I believe that was Duval. He
Okay.
he looked like he was about half a step
All right,
up.
first down and goal to 2. And that's a run up the middle.
And that's gonna be
he
stopped.
Gets stuffed, and he loses a yard. And he gets met by number
76. That's Belanger.
Yeah, Belanger, senior. And Belanger is he had a great year last year, and this is a great play by him.
Well,
It's
he was GTV's offensive
Yeah.
lineman of the year
Right.
last year.
Well, he's playing defense too, and just a great play there. And Strickland, I think, was in on that one as well. So now it's going to be second down and goal from the 3. And Goffstown just has to be careful that they, on that one, they push the pile.
Yeah.
You can't get the pile pushed on you.
Mm-hmm. Looks like there's somebody different lining up at nose tackle this play.
Okay.
So that could be it as
We're gonna
well.
watch that inside route.
Yeah.
Because it's there.
Also, you have to watch on coverage here.
And that's a tackle.
That's
the
not.
1
That's
yard
not going to
line.
get it. That's down to the
that
1.
was Hinault, I think, on that one.
No, looked
I
like
thought
he was
Hinault
up a
made the
little bit
tackle.
more. I believe that was Sasso on the tackle there.
All right.
Not sure. Let's watch the replay, Scott. It's like, yeah, I believe that was Hinault in on it.
Yeah.
Possibly somebody
So
else.
now we got a third down. It's not 3. Is it 3? It looks like 2.
It
but-
looks more like
yeah.
2, yeah.
Yeah. So it's third and goal from the 2 yard line. So this is, so far, 2 great defensive stops by Goffstown, but it's always so difficult when you're inside that 5 yard line to
You also have to look at the clock here,
Yeah.
Scott. Does Goffstown want to hold them and possibly get another chance to score?
Yeah.
Because they're going to go for
or
it
do you
here on
call a
4th.
timeout, if you're Goffstown? I
Yeah.
think you do.
That motion to the outside, that's tricky, and Solomon
He's in.
Sanchez is going to get that for a
He's in.
touchdown.
So with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left until the half, Sanchez runs the ball, and Bedford is an extra point away from tying this game.
So Sanchez there, that's going to be considered a pass, I believe, because it's a little
he flipped
touch
it to him, didn't he?
little touch flip forward there.
Yeah.
So I believe
Yeah,
that could be
and
counted.
Unfortunately, Cody was a little late on that one.
a little bit.
He couldn't get there in time, but this has just been a really good game so far. I mean, it's back and forth here.
I'm going to keep calling back to the Salem game last year. Usually when you see a man in motion, they're important to
Yeah.
the play. They're either going to be blocking or they're going to be getting the ball. So, as we wait for the field goal, very good.
Yep. Bedford has had good kickers.
Yeah. As you watch someone in motion, normally they're going to be important to that play.
Yeah.
So when someone goes in motion, you should probably have somebody following them.
You look at some of these kids. I was looking at the guy on the line there, Jake Boza, 6'2", 295.
Any relation to the Bosa bros?
No, not the. They've got 2 guys that are almost 300 pounds in their Jake Boza and Ryan Allard. Ryan Allard is 6'3", 298.
Oh, Bozza.
Yeah, and we don't have heights and weights for our players, but I do know that Capos and Dalton are pretty big boys, and
Over 6. I think
Yeah.
Capos is about 6'4", 6'5",
Yeah.
and Dalton is 6'7".
yeah. We knew kind of going into this that Solomon Sanchez was a key player for them. I think he's one of their captains too, if I'm not mistaken.
He
So
is listed as a captain.
now the key difference here that you're going to see is that when you kick off from the 40, Bedford's kicking game, they pretty much they kick it to about the 10 to 15 yard line.
That one's going to be short.
That's a short one.
That's going to go.
And
Oh, that's
that could be-
recovered.
Yeah, that might be. No, they don't. They are.
They got it.
Yeah, they got it. So what the heck were we thinking on that one? So who?
I think we wanted to let that one go out
But
of
you
bounds.
can't.
But
You can't
you
do
can't.
that.
So,
Horrible.
little rule here.
Yeah.
If the first person to touch it is out of bounds, then the ball is technically
Yeah,
out
that's
of bounds.
that's just not a good special teams is a problem
So
for
if you're-
Goffstown right now.
If you're
Unfortunately.
Goffstown in that situation, don't wait for it to go out of bounds. Go out of bounds and then smack it down.
Yeah. Well, I think on that one, you had to go and get the ball.
Yeah, or just go and get the ball.
um,
At the end of the day, just go and get the ball.
So now, Bedford's at Goffstown's 26-yard line, knocking on the door again. That's a massive.
Yeah, that's special
play
teams
for-
has been the biggest spot in
Yeah.
this game for Goffstown. That's
So
for
now
sure.
you put your defense might be tired, and now because it's a hot night, it's not exactly
No.
cool out there.
Looks like we got a corner blitz.
There's a
Boyle
run up
coming
the
in.
middle, but
wrap
that's
up.
stopped by number 2 for
That's
Goffstown.
Cody
Yep.
and Dalton back
Yep.
in. Those two have
Yeah.
been active on defense tonight.
The problem, for Goffstown here is that based upon where the football is, it's 4th down territory all the way. So you have to stop them 4 times.
Yeah. Or you have to force a turnover.
Right. And so
Which
far, they
we've
have been
done
able.
once.
There was a fumble, but they picked up 2 yards on that one. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. And Bedford seems really content to just really grind the ball, and then try to free up, a crossing route or a slant.
Great rush up the middle. This one's going to be a designed screen, though.
And we missed a tackle.
Sanchez
We missed a tackle.
It's going to be a first down.
Yeah, we missed a tackle. That was Duval missed it, I think.
And if it's a first down, the clock's going to stop.
It stops until they place the ball.
Until they place
Right.
the ball. So you're going to have a little
That was
more time.
Goffstown's play, by the way. So I'm not even sure it was a missed tackle. He just took a bad angle on that one almost.
Yeah.
And also you're dealing with a guy who's pretty fast.
Yeah, Sanchez has been a significant
Right.
name, like Michael, in this
Yeah.
offense for years.
So a minute 5, and Bedford, they have some timeouts. So I believe they have 2 timeouts left. So they're content to try to kill clock and just put this ball in. To run up the middle, and he gets nothing.
Great play by Belanger.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they call a timeout here.
Belanger's been really good
Yeah.
on the run.
So Bedford calls timeout with 46 seconds, and he just gets, this guy gets stuffed.
Right there.
Yeah.
Belanger, it looked
But he
like
shed,
coming off of
he
a
did.
double team.
He shed a double team and was able to make the tackle. So Bedford calls timeout with 46 seconds left, and it's second down and 13. And really, in the one thing that's really different between high school and college and pro sports is clock management and the ability to do a hurry up. High school teams are just notoriously not good at a hurry up offense. So as a coach, you kind of need that. Now Bedford, they wasted a timeout early on, if you remember, in the first half. So they only have one left here, and if Goffstown, if they decide to run the ball, they could be in a really tough position in terms of trying to execute.
Yeah, I think Goffstown needs to get a stop on this play because you already got them behind their own line, and I think that would help with clock management on the opposite side of the ball.
Yeah, so I think they're around what? Around the I'm trying to think where they are, the 15-yard line?
The 15.
So 15-yard line, it's a 32-yard field goal. So, that might be something that they would kick. And their kicker looked pretty good from the extra points.
I think that was Michael.
Is it?
I think that was Michael going
the
up.
kicker looks pretty good. So let's see what they're probably going to do a pass play. Screen wouldn't be a bad idea either, but
They've run a couple of those. It's another play right out of Goffstown's book, a roll to the right. What is
he
Michael
got so
gonna
much
do?
time.
No,
Touchdown.
he did not get that. His feet were not down. He did
He's
not.
out.
Yeah.
The judge, but
The
he's
judge is
so
calling it there.
far out of.
Yeah.
He is so far away
Yep.
from the action there. I don't know how you call that, but
I could see it from up here. His
no,
elbows are down.
I
His
get
elbows
it.
Are down
I
out of
get it, but
bounds.
it's like, man, you are not in the right position, and or maybe they don't have a big enough crew, but
That could be it.
there's nobody there to make that call. So now it's
3rd and 13. That stops the clock.
right.
So we'll have to see what they do here on 3rd down with 37 seconds left. And it looks like, is Bedford's band at?
I guess so.
I didn't know we were having.
Yeah, I was wrong. I didn't think there would be a ban, but I guess they are. So 3rd and 13. In the shotgun is Michael. And over the
Solomon
middle.
Sanchez.
And he caught it, I think.
I think he caught it, but I don't think that's a touchdown.
It isn't a touchdown. But is it a first down?
It is.
And with that, the clock keeps it. It'll as soon as
roll
it's
once
it'll roll once it stops. But did
chain
they
gang
call
stops.
a timeout?
I don't think they do. I think they just run it here.
Okay.
They just go right
If you're
up the gut.
Goffstown, you call a timeout.
No. I
So-
don't think so.
First and goal on the 2-yard line, up the middle, and he's in. No.
Nope. That's stopped.
Yeah.
Now I think here Bedford should take their timeout.
So
and they
Bedford
do.
will call a timeout here, and I think that if they decide to run the ball, now you can't really run the ball because if you don't get it,
Yeah.
you're
the clock's
done.
rolling.
Great catch,
That was a
and that
very
was good coverage.
Again,
Hinault
other
was
than
there.
that one play prior to this,
Yeah.
I said Sanchez hadn't touched the ball. So now we're seeing him active in the game again.
So here's that run up the middle, and
Yeah, that-
Goffstown is able to stop him. This is a really big play, obviously.
Yeah.
It's 2nd and goal. If they run without any timeouts, if they run the ball and don't get it, they don't get any points.
No.
So I think you have to throw the ball here.
Or
You
I
have
think
to.
you throw it You give Michael a little bit of time. If nothing's there, you throw it out of bounds. And you just take the field goal.
Right, but I guess what I'm trying to say, the danger, because you blew that timeout early on, you
tell Michael you can't get a sack because a sack, all that time comes off as well.
Oh, I get that. You can't take a sack, but, like I'm saying, I think on this one, it's a rollout pass, and that's it. And you basically say, if you don't have anything, throw it away.
Throw it away.
Yeah.
Throw it out the back of the end zone. Don't throw it at the ground because that's it.
High school coaches do crazy things, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So
you've got Solomon Sanchez one-on-one with Will Sasso.
Don't be surprised if they run the ball up the middle here. Stranger things have happened.
This is going to be I'm not sure about this one, Scott.
Well, Sanchez is like
he's got one-on-one coverage.
Like I said, don't be surprised if they run up the middle.
Yeah. I think Bedford's running game has been good enough that they were confident there. They were confident enough that they were going to get it. So.
But they haven't put what's going on here because they clearly scored a touchdown.
Yeah. Doesn't look
trap play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're doing here.
There might have been a penalty because
was there a penalty on the play?
Yeah, or something because it's just weird. The ball is on the 7-yard line now.
Yeah, so that looks like a
5-yard penalty.
So
now it's clearly going to be a pass play.
Yeah.
This is one of the hard parts for us because we're not there. We can't see when there's laundry on the field.
Yeah. Especially
so
in Bedford, they've got all
apologize.
These different colored lines on the field as well.
Yeah.
It's even harder to see.
So now this is definitely going to be a pass play. And
Is it?
Yeah, I think so because you don't have any timeouts.
That's true. That's true.
So again, I go Solomon over the middle again.
Yep.
And now it's
that's
timeout.
Timeout, like ice the kicker type thing
well,
here.
That's smart play by Goffstown in the way because you're seeing what they're doing.
And if you're Bedford here, you're going to come out in a totally different set next play.
You should.
You should.
Yeah. So far, pretty good game.
Pretty good game.
I have to say, I am a little disappointed that we're not there. Because it's like, we've been doing this now, 3 years? And it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's fun going, it's obviously fun calling games here at Goffstown High, but it's fun going on the road.
Especially to these rivalry games like Bedford.
And, Bedford's got a really, great venue. They got good burgers there, too.
Yes.
You've had their burgers, right?
Yeah.
One day, I remember I was with Alan Potvin. We were there like 3 or 4 years ago, and they had steak tips there.
They had steak tips at a high school football game.
At a high school football game.
Steak tips.
Steak tips.
Steak tips.
Delicious.
Steak tips.
Yeah, I'm not kidding you. One of their...
Like teriyaki steak tips?
Kind of like that. Yeah, they were like marinated steak tips.
Really?
Yeah. Delicious.
Do you know, like Montreal, like
yes,
steak?
Yes, like that. Yes. Yeah, so good.
Like steak tips.
Steak tips, not burgers. But even their burgers are like really good burgers. They're thick burgers. All right, so here we go. Second down and goal with 11 seconds. This is definitely a pass play. Michael, and let's see what he does here. And
Good
he
tackle.
stopped, and that's it.
That's it.
You're done. You're done.
They're going to try and get a spike.
Good luck
They're
with
not
that
going to have time. And
Done. Thank you. This is what I said to you before. They can't do this in high school football. It's just not enough time.
Because there was that.
Right.
There was we go back to the timeout.
It's
2 minutes into the game.
It's just not a real good play.
No.
The play that you really want to run there is a throw into the end zone. Not that.
No.
So we'll go into halftime. Scores tie 14-all. Just a really, really good game. I think these teams are very well balanced.
So,
I'm saying they're very evenly matched.
Yeah. So I think we're going to see Goffstown get the ball at the start of the second half. We'll see if that offense can kind of keep that momentum that they had at the start of the game. Not so much now, but
yeah. I mean, I think the key for Goffstown's success is I'm pretty confident that Goffstown's going to put up at least another 14 to 21 points in the second half. I really am. Can they stop Bedford? That's the question. And they did there. Yeah, they did there. But again, you can't speak enough about when you don't have one of the best players in the state playing. Yeah. And he's kind of a force on defense. Yeah. And offense for that matter, but mostly a force on defense. So we'll take a break now, and we're going to see you back after halftime.
In about 14 minutes, folks. See you back.
Touchdown, McDonald from 22 yards out on the 4th down play.
All right, we're back for the second half of the Bedford Goffstown football game. Really a really evenly matched first half. The scores tied, obviously, but Broden, I would say that it's really tit for tat here in terms of the offense and the defense. I don't really give any. I don't really have any clear favorite going in here. I think the key for Goffstown really is going to be on the defensive side of the ball.
I mean, we look at some of the stats from the quarterbacks here. Both offensive has been really good.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at
look at quarterback play.
Yeah, so pretty evenly matched here. Obviously you got Hinault with 2 touchdowns, 1 throwing and 1 rushing. But
I think they're both
rushing. You're right, both were rushing. But they're both done really, really well. I think with Michael, just very elusive.
Yeah,
he creates
improviser.
Right. Whereas I think I give Jarrett a little bit of an advantage in terms of the ability to run.
Yeah.
So I think Goffstown is going to get the kickoff here in the second half. And again, they really need to just, improve upon that special teams play, because that last kickoff where Bedford, I think, just dumped it in around the 30-yard line. I mean, there wasn't a Goffstown player around that thing, and you just can't give up an onside kick.
Yeah,
like
you got to be aggressive there. I mean,
Yeah.
the Falcons did it in their game against the Cowboys, and that's NFL. So
Yeah, so let's see what happens here. So Goffstown, really, it would be great if they can start off strong. And here's the kick. And that's going right down the middle. Let's see if they do that dealer play. And
it takes a bounce. Just get on that sit
yeah,
down.
and he does. So not great field position. 17 or 18-yard line for Goffstown. And I think this is, when you look back at this game, what you're going to see in the first half was that Bedford's average, starting possession, I think, was around the 40-yard line. If probably better when you factor in that onside that kick.
Yeah.
And Goffstown not so much. Goffstown has had to drive the ball, 60, 70 yards.
Granted,
so
they've done it quite well.
they have.
So let's see if they can. I said it when we were going into the half. Let's come out of the half. Let's keep that momentum that we had towards the start of the game on offense. Let's mix in the run and the pass and complement.
I'm hoping that Bedford TV will zoom in a little bit, because we really can't see a whole lot here, folks. So we'll do the best we can. It's a pass play. And
good out route.
And it looks like it'll be a first down, and there we go. There is a thing called a zoom on the camera. And again, I'm sure people are zooming a lot.
Yeah.
You would think that you'd have a lot of experience zooming, but we're still so far away from the play. It's just hard to. I don't even know who caught the ball. It's a great route.
That was a nice little dig route.
It's a
where
beautiful,
that's like
beautiful
a little
route.
Fake in and then back out to the sideline, and it was a really good throw by Hinault.
So that'll be first. And
no, it's a second and like 1 or third and 1. Sorry.
No, second and 1.
It says
it's second, and it's a run play. And again, because this camera angle is like from Pinardville, it's really hard.
It's hard
to see.
We can hear our crew laughing.
Yeah, I mean, well, you got to have a little bit of fun with this. So that'll be a first down for Goffstown. I want to give a shout out to my daughter Lauren, who is watching at home on GTV, and that's a first down for Goffstown, and they're at their 32-yard line. Trips to the right, and that's a run up to the left-hand side, and that's going to pick up a lot of yards too.
We talked about the success of Goffstown's offensive line at the start, or Bedford's offensive line at the start of the game.
Right.
Looks like Goffstown's creating some good holes for Picard to run
into. And that's just good blocking too. Again, because we're so far away, we are literally miles away.
Yeah.
We can't tell who the looked like it was the left guard of Goffstown. Nice block. Pass over the middle, caught for a first down. That was a tough throw and a great catch. Is that Strickland?
I think that was Strickland. Strickland over the middle.
Yeah, well, Strickland is in the slot typically, and he's just so unafraid of getting hammered, which he does there.
So, interesting play there. You look at where the ref is standing. Strickland kind of uses him as a pick.
And that's smart. That's what a good receiver does. But Strickland is so tough in the slot. Run play up the middle. That's Hinault, and he picks up 9 yards, almost a first down on that play. And his legs are one of his greatest strengths. I mean, he is so strong.
I believe he won states last season for wrestling. So
yeah. And one thing that I have noticed, and again, I've talked to some of the coaches, that a lot of the Goffstown players really were very committed to being in the weight room and getting stronger in the off season. And with such a wacky coronavirus year, it looks like the Goffstown players,
Looks like we're going to see a flag on that play.
Yeah, that's going to come back.
No loss of downs though, so.
Well, that means it's a hold. So it's probably a holding. Can't really tell.
I don't see any hand
Yeah,
motions.
it's hard to tell because we can't even see the flags.
Yeah. So I said it, I believe, a little bit earlier. Uzio and Pollo is lining up off the line of scrimmage, and they used him in that motion set. So it was interesting. Good catch by.
Did he
get
catch it? He did catch it.
Good catch by
Holy
Strickland.
cow.
That was a little bit behind him.
Yeah.
He reached back right on his shoulder and got it. Wow,
It's
what
like
a
a
catch.
highlight reel for this guy, man.
He just splits that center of the field.
Yeah,
Looks like two Bedford defensive backs kind of ran into each other.
Here's the other thing too. He's so big that I think folks are almost scared of even going up and trying to tackle him. And Honault is gonna. Is there a flag coming out on that one? You can't. It's gonna be stopped. I think he lost a couple of yards on that play.
I think after some point, it looked like there were enough people around him that his progress was stopped. He kind of had to blow that play down.
Yeah.
They let him
Let's
go to
see
the
what
ground,
happens.
though.
Yeah, so he was stopped at the 30. That's where his forward progress was. So that's where they should.
But the ref looks like he didn't blow on his whistle until Honault was on the ground.
Yeah, but if you can see the ball, and there's a penalty on this one. Don't know what it was, but they're advancing the ball by like 5 yards.
5 yards.
It looks like. So it's second down and
I don't know what.
first down and 5. So we don't know what that was.
Just
Not really sure.
yeah. No way to be sure, to be honest.
Bro,
Outside.
out route, and just a great catch and twist and run up. Yeah, I mean
That's the first time Jarrett or Michael has thrown to their left side.
right.
I believe that was
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Jonah Lopez on the outside.
You know something? Jared Honault is throwing the ball well.
He is throwing the ball very
really well. And it helps to have a 6'4" wide receiver like a Strickland or, but he's just playing well. And that's a run up the middle, and that goes to about the 9-yard line. That's probably a good 5 yards there.
Good push from Picard there, and
Yeah.
we're seeing that momentum.
Yeah, I'm just, again, I just can only wish that we could get a little bit better camera angle here, folks. But a good push up the middle, and I assume it's Picard, picked up about 5 or 6 yards. So that'll be a second down and 4.
Boy on motion, and he gets very close.
He's close. He's about the 2-yard line. So that'll
be a first down.
First and goal, probably from the 2 or 3 yard line. So, again, Goffstown doing very well offensively, but they're going 80 yards to score, whereas Bedford had very, very short fields.
And that's really tough for these linemen.
Yeah, so it's on the 1-yard line. So will you see the Honault keeper again, kind of a la, Cam Newton?
No, that's going to be Picard's ball.
And he is not in. They're not calling it.
No, so he's going to be down at the 1.
1-yard line again. Second down and 1.
So I look at where, again, Cooper Flanagan is coming in at this kind of fullback tight end position, lining up right to the left of the tackle.
Yeah.
So I'd keep an eye on where he is and if he motions at all. Picard, again, that's a touchdown.
No, he's in. So that's a touchdown for Picard, and that is Goffstown will now take a touchdown lead. One of the things I notice is that I don't have that kick in my step when I'm at the game, because you don't hear the crowd noise. So we'll try to be maybe more animated,
a little bit more
calling this. But Picard,
that's Goffstown's third rushing touchdown today. So again, something we mentioned earlier: these tackles are going to be easily missed, and the run is going to be harder to stop.
Yeah. So, again, we've been saying this all game long. It's going to come down to can Goffstown's defense get stops. I think that their offense is going to do well.
Rolling
it's a design
rollout.
Oh, that's a
short throw.
It was just not good. So what does that say? Does that say that Goffstown has that confidence in their kicking game? Who knows? But now it's a 6-point game, 6-point lead for Goffstown.
If you're Goffstown, do you have much confidence in their
Let's see what they did here. Again, it's design rollout.
And it looked like Flanagan was an option there, but it was just short. He wouldn't have gotten
it. It was
anywhere.
not really a well-designed play because I think in that case, if he caught the ball, he would have been stopped around the 2.
I'm not sure if on Hinault's ability to do it, but I think in that case, why isn't Flanagan running to the opposite side of the field? He's going to be totally uncovered.
I'm going to give you a better one. You have a 6'4", 6'5" Peyton Strickland.
Yeah.
Why don't you just throw the
it
ball
up to him?
like for a rebound?
Yeah.
And then in the worst scenario, maybe you'll pick up a pass interference or something. But
Yeah.
so far they've proven that they can't defend him, and he's so athletic, he's so tall and strong. I just give him the alley-oop.
Yeah. So I think it's Bradley who's out there kicking.
Yeah. So
if I'm Goffstown, I'm looking at this set right now. From the numbers to the sideline, Goffstown is outnumbering Bedford on the closer sideline. You could have run a chop kick right to them.
Again, I mean, on that
35-yard
one,
line.
35, but in fairness to the kicker there, it wasn't a horrible kick because it was a short, difficult kick to pick up. We missed a tackle right around the 28, 30-yard line. You'll see this on the replay. We should have had him right there. So, again, Bedford will start off at the 35-yard line, and I think this game is going to hinge on the defense for Goffstown. No doubt about it. Let's see what they can do. So far, Michael has just been phenomenal throwing the ball. They did have one fumble for Bedford. See a blitz here? No.
Hinault's coming in coverage.
And
that's a fumble.
And recovered by number 1.
Sanchez. And
it was. I could have sworn that Bedford recovered that ball.
I think Sanchez was sitting on it, and it popped out again. Yeah. They're gonna give possession there to Bedford.
Solomon Sanchez was
Quick to jump on that. That's a veteran play there.
Popped right out.
That was a great play by Hinault, the quarterback coming in to play that roamer position.
Oh, it looked like what happened was that he had it, and then he ripped it out of his hands. But then he said, "Hey, you already had it."
Yeah.
So now it's 2nd down and 7 for
Bedford
the Bulldogs.
catches a break.
They do. That would have been a really inopportune time to fumble the ball.
You can see a
And it's
rush
a
off
handoff,
the edge.
and nice cutback. And he keep driving. He gets a 1st down. That's an unbelievable run there.
Very good run by Bedford there.
You got to give him credit. That was number 2, Menderson. His legs keep going, and that was all him. Look at this. I mean, he gets stopped like 4 yards shy. 3 to 4 yards shy.
I think you give the credit there to Bedford's O-line came in and gave him a good
and
push.
pushed him. Yep. And I think
it looks
got
like his
hurt.
legs did.
Yeah. Well, he might have. And one of the things that you see in games early on is you see hamstring pulls because these guys aren't stretching right.
Yeah.
And that's, if you look at it, that's what they're doing now. They're stretching out his hamstring.
So
and that's a really tough one.
We're going to turn away because here at GTV we normally don't cover the injuries.
Yeah, this is weird.
So can we?
Usually we cut away.
Yeah. So
on those
we're just
things, but
can we get a replay on that last one? We're gonna call into Dave here.
We're just gonna cut to GTV. Scott.
Yeah.
How has your week been?
So far, so good. It's busy.
I've been anxious to get to this game.
I think we all have. So here are some of the other Division I games today. We don't have any scores yet. We had an early score before. I think it was the Central Memorial game. But I'm curious to see the Pinkerton-Londonderry game. It's Londonderry Division I reigning champions, but Pinkerton is perennial powerhouse in Division I football.
And Londonderry lost a lot of senior talent.
Yeah.
Speaking of talent, here's the studio crew
it's
tonight.
you and I, and Ty is doing the stats for us.
That takes
big
talent.
Time, and that's one of the. Listen, and then with Dave Steffen and your dad, Court Jester.
Court Jester. I don't know who. I believe he wrote that in himself.
I don't know.
I think he's giggling out there because he was seeing how long it took for us to notice that one.
So I think it's safe to say we're going to go back now to the action. It's 1st and 10, and pass going deep, and almost
intercepted. That would be Will Sasso. I said look for him. He was great in coverage on those 7 on 7s.
Would it be bad to say that Bedford they're not zooming in on the play, but they zoom in on someone's injury, which is kind of crazy.
It is a little sad.
You can make an argument that one, I'm not saying it was offensive pass interference, but number 10 did a pretty good job. That was Dylan Kumbani to make sure that Sassa did not catch the ball. You could argue that he pushed off.
He turned in to a defensive player.
He did, which you have to do in that situation. So, again, Bedford goes with the deep ball, and now look for them to see if they'll just get back into that running game, because that has been very successful for them. And that's offsides by Goffstown. I think it was number 3, not positive, for Goffstown. Can't tell, but it was definitely offsides by the defense. And now we give a nice free pass. So it was a hard count by, probably a hard count by the quarterback, Michael. And now that brings up now 2nd down and 5. And look at Michael, 9 for 11, 83 yards. You can't do better. You're a high school quarterback.
Yeah.
1 touchdown, no interceptions.
That 9 for 11. That's what, 90% passing?
Yeah, close 80 some odd. Yeah, but
89.
pretty damn good. Yeah.
We're going to see
right up the
a
middle.
run.
And he gets stuffed. So that will bring up, he lost a yard on that play. So this is going to bring up a 3rd down and probably a long 5, maybe 6 yards. And one of the few times where Goffstown really got some good penetration on that line. And who was in on that one? Let's see if we can see that. We couldn't see the number on the replay, but nice play by the defensive line right at midfield, folks. So it's a 3rd down and 6. This is where Bedford has had success on these 3rd and long plays, extending the drives. And Bedford could use this. They got to get some momentum back.
Let's see what they go with here. I'm going to guess a pass.
It's a pass play. And
make sure
a lot of
Dalton almost got to him. He caught it.
What a great play by, you got to give Michael a ton of credit.
Yeah,
3 guys running all over him, and he's able to throw it to number 7. That was Aaron Scaling for a 1st down. But take a look at this. I mean, so Goffstown flushes him out of the pocket, and he has the wherewithal to throw it into traffic.
Yeah,
for that matter.
And he was on 1 foot, Scott.
Yeah.
He threw that on a 1 foot.
Just tremendous play.
Very good play.
Yeah. So he threw it. That was only picked up 10 yards, but he threw the ball 20 to 25. When you think about it. So look for the handoff here.
Yeah, this is going to be a run
that's
here.
The bread and butter for them, and they get stopped. So Goffstown I think they made an adjustment on the running game. They seem to be playing a little bit more of a stout defense on the run side of things.
It's been working very well for them.
So Dalton was in on that one, but Dalton didn't give up any ground on that, and he pushed the guard back.
Menderson, who's out now,
right?
He's got 81 yards on 20 attempts.
Yeah, but keep in mind, 30 or 40 of them was on
one play.
Single back for Bedford. Handoff up the middle, and he keeps going, but taken down by Goffstown, number 24. That would be Hinault, right?
Yeah.
So Hinault in on the tackle, and that'll bring up a long 3rd down, and I'm going to give him 4 or 5, I think.
So something I look at here in the run set is it looks like Bedford's 2 guards don't have their hand in the ground until about half a beat to the snap, which could be counted as a false start.
Yeah.
So it's a little ticky-tacky.
3rd and 4, under 4.5 to play in the 3rd. Single back, 2 receivers at the top of your screen, and it's going to be a pass play. And caught by number 7.
That's Scaling again. He makes a move.
And he's brought down around the 25-yard line for a 1st down. But you're right, Scaling, if we just had his stats up before, I mean, I think this is his 4th or 5th catch.
Yeah.
So he's the go-to guy for them. Let's see what type of route. He just sits down in that zone, in that defense, and that's all they're doing.
Yeah. So
he's just finding the open spot, and Goffstown's going to have to make an adjustment there. So 1st down.
Got 4. I believe that was his stats from a little bit ago, but 4 receptions for 47 yards.
Yeah.
That's.
But he just sat down in that hole, and it's going to be a run play to the right, and he gets quickly knocked down at around the 24-yard line, and that'll probably picked up about 3 yards on that play, bring up a 2nd down and probably 7. at the 23.
I believe that was Zach Picard in on the tackle there.
A lot of bodies are crashing there.
There's a good blitz up the middle, but it was a run
This could
outside.
be a game, Broden, where whoever gets the ball last wins.
It could be. Depending on, I think this drive is really big for Bedford.
I would agree, but it's big for both teams. Someone's got to get a stop here.
Yeah.
For Goffstown, for crying out loud. And up the middle. And
Sanchez can
pushing
make
the
that
pile.
move, but
yeah.
very good,
Yeah,
very
it's a
good
first down.
shoestring tackle
Right,
there
first
by
down
the
on that
back.
one, or it's close to it?
Close. I'd
He's
say
up at
about
19.
3 yards left. I'm not sure on that one.
Oh, he picked up probably 3, so he's probably got a 3rd and 3.
I'd say probably closer to like the 3rd and 2 or 3rd
Yeah.
and 1. 3rd and 3. Okay.
They called him down at like the. I thought he went
It
beyond
looked like
the 19.
it looked like he stretched
We
out a
don't
little
have a
bit.
great angle here, but this is 4th down territory as well. So, look for Bedford to do that kind of like that draw play.
Yeah,
which
just
is what
right
they've
up
been doing.
right up the middle.
Yep.
And
that's
it's gonna
be
work.
trouble. And he's down at the 5-yard line. So again, almost like a misdirection play. Faked out the cameraman in Bedford.
Yeah. So the thing here, Scott, is we talk. I keep
Take a look
coming
at
back
this
to
one.
the.
He pops it out. I mean,
Yeah.
he just that's just a great run. Who
Yeah.
was that?
I believe that was 23 or 32.
So Bedford is first down and goal on the 6-yard line, and their bread and butter has really been running the ball. So Goffstown has really not had a lot of success stopping them on the run game. And that's an offsides again if you're Goffstown. So that'll be half the distance.
We've got some score updates here. Central Memorial's still 14-7, but Londonderry and Pinkerton 16-14,
Yeah.
quite evenly matched.
Yeah.
See, the thing with Londonderry is, yeah, they're reigning champs, but they lost a lot of talent in that senior class.
Yeah, right. I would agree. They had, what an explosive offense they had.
And we had,
I mean, they were
wow,
putting up,
Salem is
averaging 40 points a game.
Salem is
So I
trouncing
can't see the
Alvin
graphic. Hopefully
at the
that will
point.
come off soon. And we got, now it's first and goal on the 4.
Just another run up. Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's a pass.
That's a pass, that's a touchdown. That was almost like
Another tunnel screen
tunnel
type thing.
type thing, but it's just a really good play. And it's interesting. It's hard for us because, again, on that particular play, oh yeah, it's beautiful.
It was a good block by
Yeah,
10.
but we got faked out of our pants on that one. Who was
That's a
that?
good term to use. Faked out
Number
of
19 for
Sasso.
us. Sasso got.
Faked out of his pants. I like
Well,
that one.
I mean, the guy cut it back, and it just.
Yeah. So yeah, Michael is the kicker,
Yeah. He does everything, this guy. And he
and he's
makes
a
it, right?
pretty good kicker.
Yep. So now, I tell you, we talked about it. So it's a 21-20 lead for Goffstown. Neither team is able to stop the other.
No, it's
And
offense tonight.
The edge here goes to Bedford because
Yeah.
their special teams and their kicking game is better than Goffstown.
Yeah.
So this is going to go down probably to the last possession, barring any crazy turnovers. But a beautiful play call there. Almost a block before. I don't know if we could show this one again, Dave. I don't know if it's possible. Look at the Bedford number 10.
I believe it's 10. Yeah.
Number 10. Does he block and pick?
No, he does a really good job.
Does it?
The
He
ball
waits.
has been
So
caught.
That's a beautiful
yeah.
play by number 10. Then he blocks.
What
So,
I say there is, I
beautiful play.
believe that was Strickland who got blocked.
Yeah.
Strickland needed to step up. Because if he steps up and he intercepts that, that's 6.
Yeah, but I think on that one, when you look at that replay, you look at Dylan Kombani's play. So he waits, so he doesn't block before the ball is thrown, and then he does have
Yeah.
a key block to spring for the touchdown.
Good kick here,
Yeah.
deep to the dealer, and let's see
No,
what
it's not
happens.
going anywhere.
Yeah,
He
you
gets
can't.
tackled. See, that's the difference between these two teams right now. Is
And
that
10 makes another good play here. Is that
Right.
Kumbani?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that Goffstown starts off at the 20 all the time. Bedford starting off at the 35 or 40, and you're talking short fields.
Yeah.
So you can't. I can't say it. I'm saying it until I'm blue in the face. So
We're going to see Goffstown's offense come out and just Let's just see if they can keep this momentum. Momentum.
Well,
here.
I think this game is going to come down to who has the ball last.
Yep.
Because so far, neither team has really been successful on the defensive side of the ball.
Now we've got a great view of the play here.
Yeah, this is a great that zoomed in so well.
Card
right
up the middle.
The missed tackle, and he picks up probably an easy 7 or 8. So again, a missed tackle by Bedford, and you mentioned this, in pregame. You said these guys, it's tough in your first game.
Yeah, especially
when you haven't
have
practiced.
Low contact.
Yep.
Practices going on.
Nice blocking up front by Goffstown, and I'm going to give kudos to number 77 for Goffstown.
That's George
Pierce with a nice block.
Zach's going to get that first down now.
So, Pierce on that last play just had awesome block. And it looks like Goffstown is going into more or less a hurry up.
Getting that tempo down.
Yep.
And I was talking with you about this before the game. Crowd noise is not a factor here.
Yeah.
And it looks like Hammond has implemented these hand signals.
Yeah.
So it's easier to call these plays in these tempo situations.
You got trips to the left. Over, he throws it, and I can't tell if he caught it. And if he did, that's an unbelievable catch.
He did.
It was behind him.
My goodness, Peyton Strickland has been showing off not only his strength, but his hands.
That didn't look like it was the greatest throw in the world. It looked like it was behind him. Let's see. Yeah.
Wow.
Was it one-handed?
Pull it in.
Was that a one-handed catch?
I believe that was one-handed, and he just pulled it into his body.
Was he trying to do a highlight reel here? Baby Gronk, they're calling him.
Gronk.
Yeah.
14 catches. He doesn't have 14.
And a handoff. That's I can't tell if that was a handoff. That was Hinault.
I believe that was Hinault carrying it.
All right.
I believe he has 4 catches tonight. Correction
4?
to the 14. I don't think we've thrown it 14 times.
No, that's not 14, but he's. Let's see what happens on this one. And this is a fake handoff, and then Hinault just goes right up the middle and picks up an easy 7 yards, say maybe 8. So that'll be. What do we got going on here? We have the end of the third, so we're in the fourth quarter already. This is really quick.
Credit that to Bedford's drive there.
And I got to give credit to the camera person in Bedford. They're zooming in.
Yeah, they're actually. I think we spoke to them.
Are they zoom bombing? Have you been zoom bombed yet?
All right, so 6 catches for Peyton Strickland, aka Baby Gronk.
Yeah.
Junior.
Baby Gronk.
I don't think he has a touchdown yet because I said earlier all 3 of our touchdowns have come from
running.
The rush game.
But on that one, it looked like he reached behind him and pulled it in.
It
it's
was a
like
good play.
Yeah. But just like we've been saying, I mean, neither defense has been able to slow the other one down. There's been a few stops here and there. I think Goffstown has had, 2 stops against Bedford?
Yeah.
There was a fumble, obviously. Maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah. And now it's coming down to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this is going to be a tight one. There's no doubt about it.
And I think whoever comes out the winner of this, you have to credit it to their offense.
Oh, yeah. I will say that, a lot of times they say that defenses have an advantage in these situations, but that's another run and
another catch.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh no, just kidding. That one was incomplete.
I thought that was a run play.
Just again, unique circumstances.
Can't see.
We've got.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Who was wide open was what's his name? Number 7.
Caden Perry.
No, hold on. Trying to see, there was on the top part of the screen. He was wide open. So 2nd and 10.
I believe that may have been Aaron Duval.
And he gets stuffed hard. That's a loss of 4. So this is going to bring down like a third and really long, super long. Bedford just snuffed this one right out. I mean, bam! They were in the backfield before.
Yeah, this one is very long. It's like 3rd and a Whole Foods to go.
Yeah.
We are.
What? I tell you,
in Bedford tonight.
Coach Hammonds needs to start thinking about a couple of screens here because
deep down the field,
there was nobody there. That was a miscommunication.
Something
happened there. So now you got a punt.
was
on
a good
4th and 13. It was a great drive, but Bedford does what they have to do. They stop Goffstown.
Yeah.
And part of it was just that great penetration on the play, but then it was just two not the greatest passing plays.
Yeah. Kudos to Zach Picard there. He
I hope that they're not going for this.
No, this is their punt. This is their punt formation.
Right.
But Zach Picard did have some very good pass pro there from the running back position. So
let's see what Goffstown's punt special teams can do. So far, that's probably been arguably a weakness of this team right now, is their ability to cover on special teams. And that's not
going to roll.
That's pretty
That's
darn
going to put
good.
him into 5.
That's pretty darn good. So that's probably the best special teams play they've had all game. So nice job by the punter. Don't know who it was.
That was Zach Picard.
That was Zach Picard. So nice job by Picard, who kicked it probably right, to the 15-yard line. There's a player down for Goffstown. Not sure who that is. Let's see on this kick here. He kicks it, and it lands at around the 20, and then it takes a roll. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if you know this, but Zach plays rugby.
Okay.
Outside of football.
So it's going to be placed outside the 5, and Bedford players are taking a knee, which means that Goffstown's players still being attended to. So with that, it's a short.
I believe. Do we have a sighting of Justin Huff?
It does
in the
look like
background?
Justin Huff. They probably won't zoom in on him. The
No.
glare coming off the forehead, though, I'm not sure if that is him.
Can we get a height check?
Yeah. You can't say that. That's disrespectful.
You just said the glare off of his
But I can say
forehead,
that
Scott.
because he's such a good friend. And
Yeah, no, he's a great guy.
yeah, he is.
I
So now,
was
if
trying to confirm if it was Huff or not.
so here we have Bedford has to go 94 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah.
But can Goffstown do something here on defense? Can they get a stop? And it's going to be handed off up the middle, and he keeps going.
He pushes.
And he gets to the 10. So he
It's
picks
4
up 4 yards on that play.
If they keep rolling like this.
Well, if you keep running and picking up 4 yards, and I think this is where you really miss Antonio, because Antonio is a guy who just clogs things up. That was number 32, Russell Irwin, who spins. Has what's his name for Bedford?
Number 2.
Menderson. Is
Menderson,
he out?
I don't think
He
he's
had
come
an
back
awesome game.
I don't think he's come back
so
in
32 is in there for the Bulldogs. That's Russell Irwin, and he had a nice rush there. Spun around, picked up 4. Oh, they're giving him 6 yards.
He's going to get it again.
Oh, but he doesn't get much, and he almost
lost
the ball.
Yeah, they went right for the ball on that tackle.
All right, so I'm going to say, I always say this. It's one of the biggest plays of the game. This is one of the biggest plays of the game.
Yeah.
You got to get a stop here and maybe get good field position. So Irwin gets, I'm not sure who got a hand in on that one, but Irwin looks like his MO is he likes to hit and spin.
Yeah.
That's his deal. Well, that works sometimes, but not all the time.
He's a, what do we want to call him? Like a GE? Like just
know.
a washing machine? He
Yeah.
gets that spin cycle going.
Yeah, so this is massive for Goffstown if they can get a stop here.
And they have to punt here.
This is no doubt, but Bedford has been so successful on third downs.
Outside, and he stopped.
He did, so he didn't get it. So this will be, he goes to the 11-yard line, so this will be a 4th down and 5. They're going to punt. Goffstown should get very good field position here.
Probably the best in the night.
Right. The key is, on that, do you drop 2 guys into punt, to receive the punt, or you just do 1?
No, I think you drop 2.
Well, the danger with dropping 2 is that you always, you could get a fake, and you don't have enough guys to cover it. But let's see if they got 1, 2, 3.
They've got 9 on that line there.
8, 9. So they got 2 back.
Yeah.
Which we can't see.
That's a high
Oh,
snap.
That's how problems.
Oh, and they still don't get to him in time. That's a fair catch.
At the 40 by Duval.
At Bedford's 40.
Yeah, at Bedford. So that's great. That's the best field position
Yeah,
we've had.
easily.
What a great play by the Bedford punter.
Yeah, just gets it off.
Wow. And a nice play there. Now, keep in mind this. If Duval does not fair catch that ball.
He's getting lit up.
No. I'm not even saying getting lit up. In years past, we have not been good at either fair catching or catching the punt.
Yeah.
And the ball would land in front of you and then roll another 25
Probably.
yards. So
Here's a highlight from the Salem Alvern game. Beautiful.
yeah.
Nice
at
little
that.
toss outside.
All right, so Goffstown trails by 1 with under 9 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Analt in the shotgun. And it's a quick throw for 5-yard catch by number 10, Lopez. And they're giving him, look how far off the ball he is. So same thing, they're giving him a cushion. So he just stops at the 35, and
I want to watch this tackle here. That looks like there's a little extracurricular there going on with that tackle.
It seems to be good to me. So again, if they're going to give him such a massive cushion like that,
get to the outside.
he does, and he cuts the edge. So you know what? I tell you, you can't say anything bad. It looks like the athletic director is watching our broadcast.
I guess he is.
But this is not possible without Huft.
You're correct. You're right. He was the, what do you call it? The Sergeant Holka, the big toe of Goffstown football.
Yeah.
Right?
He puts this all together. He makes sure Bedford is coordinated with us as well.
So first down and 10, and a quick throw, and it's an out. Again, Goffstown is taking advantage of soft defense by Bedford and getting 5 yards, and that's Lopez again on the other side of the field. So he's got such a big cushion. He just runs a 5-yard stop and catch, and
and it looks like that cushion is so big. The middle linebacker is coming over to cover.
And it's an option to Picard. Can he bounce it out? And he gets wrapped up at the 19-yard line for a modest gain there. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 3, if that. So this is going to be four down territory for Goffstown. They don't have a kicking game to speak of, so they're not going to be. Whoa, that looked like a kick. Did you see that?
I think I saw a little bit.
I want to bring a replay on that one. Look at the Bedford defender sticks his leg out.
And almost tries to kick.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if he's thrown off balance
I think he was
or what.
thrown off balance. It looked initially, the first look that he did that.
Oh,
and that's a flag.
Pass interference.
Pass interference on number 2.
Looks like they tried to get him with the tempo there, tried to get him off
Balance.
Well,
they obviously screwed us up as we were showing a replay.
Well, we're going to see the play here.
Yeah.
And
it was a play action, and then they're like, they can't stop him. And here's the thing, too, is what we can't see there is that so Menderson is listed at 6'1". If he's 6'1", then I'm 7 feet tall. That guy's not 6'1".
Not next.
No, if you're looking at Peyton Strickland looks like he's got 6 inches on him.
Yeah.
So that's going to be what, first and 10 from the. Are they inside the 10? Is that first and goal?
They're on the line.
So it's first and goal. I can see the ball is inside the 10. But they have the soccer lines there. It makes it hard for us to see. And it's an option. And Alt keeps it, and he keeps driving his legs, but he doesn't pick up much.
I think he gets about a yard there.
Maybe the 8-yard line. He maybe gets 2 on that. That'll bring up a 2nd down and goal from the 8. And so on that one, that was tough because Bedford played well. Number 77 was right on Picard's mug, so he couldn't run it.
So something there too.
Yeah.
It looked
but
like
again, play action here works.
But your line has to hold up enough.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a nice run right up the middle from Picard.
Yeah. And where is he? I can't tell where they're going to spot this ball.
I believe he'd be down around the 1.
Yeah, let's see. The O-line gives a big hole here.
Yeah.
And great vision there from Picard.
Well, Picard cuts it back.
He's cutting it back, and he's avoiding a tackle at the same time.
And
nope, nothing there.
Nothing there.
So now it's going to bring up a 4th down, and do you kick? I mean, this is an extra point.
No, you go for it.
I think you have to because
you know what?
Because you have to stop them on the other side. So
you know what? If you don't go for it, if you don't get it here, we've stopped Bedford's run quite well.
No, I get it. I think you do have to go for it here, but just you got to give Bedford credit here. They haven't done a whole lot in terms of stopping Goffstown's offense, and we're going to see a timeout by Goffstown, which I think is a smart move.
They're going to talk it over here.
They have to see what type of play. again, how do you not throw the ball to Peyton Strickland here?
Yeah.
Because he's got the height.
Yeah.
You know, my take on these is that whenever you're in a situation like this, you got to get the ball to your best athletes.
Yeah.
And Strickland is your best offensive athlete, in my opinion.
Also, Caden Perry has not been
Caden Perry
involved.
hasn't done much, and maybe the ball hasn't been thrown to him.
Yeah.
So, is he even playing on the offensive side of the ball? I can't tell.
He is.
Okay.
But we also have to see if he's going to get involved
so
or
here's
not.
that defensive stop. That spin by the Bedford player that we saw before. So, again, we talk about big plays in games. Bedford has stepped up big time here. Now, granted, it's a 1st and goal at the 10. So you have to take, you have to go the full 10 yards. But they've played pretty good defense, forcing now a 4th down and 2 for what could be a very game-deciding play here.
Yeah.
And like you said, there's a lot of time left. There's under 6 minutes to play.
And looking at some of the scores here, Salem is up big on
time,
Alvern.
Right. And Londonderry now has gone ahead 23-14 over Pinkerton. So they have not slowed down from their just tremendous season last year.
And Central Memorial has slowed down.
Right.
Doesn't look like there's
so
much
we're
scoring
going to be playing
there.
Alvern next week.
Mm-hmm.
And then we play, I think, Central or Memorial.
I believe Memorial is
No, I'm
after
sorry,
Alvern.
We play Concord, then Central, then Memorial. Or I know we're playing 5. We're scheduled for 5 games.
Yeah.
So maybe we were wrong. Maybe that wasn't Justin Huff on the sideline.
Maybe it wasn't.
Well, he wouldn't have been able to hear that,
I believe that is Justin Huff.
Big 4th down.
I think he's got someone at home watching.
Is a pass play. Oh,
It's
look at that.
Jump ball. He's got it. He's got it. Peyton Strickland, folks. He goes up.
Timeout.
Grosstradamus.
Why don't you call me the coach? Because obviously this is the play that you call.
Scott, we're gonna rewind it.
Okay, thank you.
Grosstradamus. Look at this.
Because you have to.
It's like a jump pass.
You have to. There he goes. He goes up the ball. There you go.
Wow.
You tell
Peyton.
Listen,
Peyton Strickland.
I think we got to tell Huff that he needs to think about me for maybe some help here.
Like offensive coordinator.
Maybe I should be, I don't know, auxiliary something. Assistant to the assistant athletic director.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
What up? Oh, that's batted down.
What happened there?
That was a 2-point.
Oh my God!
Looks like it was batted down at the line.
This is brutal to watch. Their extra point situation.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Why did you not just run again? Here we go.
Yeah.
Baby Gronk. Also, last year, co-offensive player of the year.
Well, say Strickland. They got to change that up, guys. Come on now.
Well, we've got it right in the one
Baby
graphic.
Gronk, right? But we got to change the graphic.
He was co-offensive player of the year last year.
Right.
As a sophomore.
So let's see what happened on this one.
It's just batted down there. That's a good defensive play by Bedford.
Were they trying to throw the ball to who? To Lopez?
It looks like Strickland again.
Oh, okay.
Not sure on that though. Yeah, I believe it was Strickland there.
Strickland.
Yeah.
Strickland did an unbelievable thing.
There we go. Now the graphic is right.
All right.
But in all honesty, again, we can poke fun at Justin Huff.
Yeah.
We can poke fun at Adam McCune, but we can't do it without him.
Yeah, it's so true. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, a special teams kickoff.
That one's deep. Can we stop the return?
Unbelievable. We got it. Oh, yes.
At the 30. At the 30.
Yes, we'll take that. We'll take it. So now it all comes down to what I was saying before. Can one team stop another?
Yeah.
So
and if you're Bedford here, you're going to kind of run that 4-minute offense.
Bedford is going to have to go for it on 4th downs here. I don't see any way around that.
No.
So.
And they've been pretty good on those 3rd and the 4th downs.
Yeah.
So.
So let's see if Goffstown can get a stop here with under 6 minutes. So 5 minutes and 40 seconds left, and Bedford has got the ball on their 32-yard line. Shotgun, and it's going to be a pass play. And nice catch.
Yeah, it was a very good catch.
By number, who was it? Number 11. And in tight coverage, too, I might add.
That's Alex.
I cannot pronounce that last name.
Zwiekow? Zwiekow?
Oh, that was a throwdown on that play. Can we show a replay there? It looked like the guard threw.
Was it a pancake? Was it just a good block, Scott?
No, let's take a look. It could have been. Let's see. Look at Strickland. I think he gets thrown down.
No, that's a holding.
That's a hold.
That is a hold.
Clearly a hold. Yeah. That's a hold every day of the week.
Yeah, let's see the zoom. Oh, this is now. Yeah. That's an interception. That's an interception.
No, they're saying it is an interception.
Great play by Jeremy Hinault. That was really zoomed in.
Wow.
I thought that was a replay. That's an interception. And we get a stop from Goffstown. Look at Strickland coming off this edge with great pressure on the quarterback. He's gonna force it to throw.
Oh, that's what happened.
And
that's exactly what happened.
Credit to Jeremy here. He jumped that route perfectly.
Well, what happened was Strickland, I think, got a piece of his arm, which caused the ball.
And even if he didn't, he created great pressure on that there.
So now Goffstown is in a position here. We're going to see this one more time. So Strickland comes off the edge. He's number 80 in the bottom part of your screen. He goes through 2 defenders and he gets an arm on him.
Oh,
and
his helmet hit his elbow on that throwing motion.
Pick by Hinault.
Yeah.
And Goffstown will take over at the Bulldogs' 45-yard line.
And that's the big stop we've been waiting for.
That is the big stop you need, but now you got to go for it and try to get a touchdown here. And Picard eludes a tackle, and he was going to have a loss of 4, and meanwhile he picks up 2 or 3. So that's a great second effort there.
And I said it at the start of the broadcast.
Look at this,
Scott.
though. He looks like he's going to get tackled at the 50-yard line, right here. And then he eludes a tackle, and he picks up another 7 after that. So, he picks up 2 tough yards.
Yeah, I said it at the start of the broadcast, Scott. He's a great second effort back.
Well, I'll just say it right here. I mean, Bedford, if Goffstown can go in and punch in a touchdown here, this is kind of game over.
So it looks like they're going to run it the first 2 plays just to try and drain a little bit of clock.
I don't like that. I hate that because that's not doing you any good. I think you have to be aggressive here. And, again, I'm not saying that the play calling is conservative. I think that, obviously Picard is a good runner. And on that one, Bedford just made a great play.
I think that was a run-pass option there. And Strickland had, again, that over-the-top kind of post flag there.
The key here is that, what are you going to see from Goffstown? So my prediction is that if they get down in a 4th down and 2 or whatever, they're going to go for it.
Mm-hmm. I think they're just trying to run as much clock as they can right now. And Strickland's going to get it. He's going to push forward. And he just keeps going.
I think he got it.
I think he got it as well, Scott.
He did. And you were saying first down on the sideline by one of the coaches for Goffstown. That's a massive play. Peyton Strickland has been like Superman in this game.
So, Scott, I think we said something earlier. I don't think the refs are touching the football.
You're right. They're not. You're right. They are not because that's part of the rules.
Yeah.
Point.
So I think due to COVID-19 restrictions, the refs are not touching the football.
Tremendous block there by, I didn't see who the receiver was for Goffstown, but just a really, really good block.
I think he's got more than that, but that's an incredible stat line for Peyton Strickland tonight.
Let's see if Goffstown's going to continue pounding the ball on the ground here. And
Picard, makes a cut back.
He cuts back, but he loses his footing. And let's see if Bedford calls a timeout here. Why isn't the clock running? Well, maybe it is.
I think they just did. They just called the timeout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's your replay. Yeah, so he gets tripped up on that play. And now we're down to 2 minutes and 52 seconds left in the game. And it's safe to say that if Goffstown can pick up one more first down here, this game, for the most part, is over.
So, folks, if you had Peyton Strickland on your New Hampshire high school fantasy football team, you've got a whole heck of a lot of points.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been, completely dominant. I mean, his hands are one thing. He's catching everything, but after the catch, he's just been so super strong.
Yeah.
So let's see what Goffstown does here. I kind of like the short pass. Goffstown did very well with these short 5-yard passes. Now, granted, if you drop that and the clock stops, that hurts. But if you do a high percentage pass and you try to get some yards after the catch and stay in bounds, your goal here is to pick up a first down but chew clock.
You know what I'd love to see here is another motion for Muzio and Pollo here and try and get him to break to the outside and just kind of use it like one of those touch passes.
Well, Goffstown's got 3 receivers to the left, 1 up top, and Picard's in the backfield, shotgun formation. And that's a fumble. And
way to get back on it by Jared Hanal. I think that was a read option, and they didn't really.
Yeah, that was. Oh man, that's exactly what you did not want to happen is a fumble here.
So watch here. I think Jared holds on a little too long.
He does.
And Zach gets wrapped up and can't hold on.
Yeah.
To
no, that's tough execution there, and that was probably the first time in the whole game.
Yeah.
Where that went awry, and now you're in tough spot.
3rd and 18.
So now what do?
I think
Do you just run the ball, force? Now Bedford can't take a timeout here.
So Scott, here's what I think. I think we've seen the same triple with Perry on the outside.
I don't think you pass.
Then Pollo.
Yeah, you don't pass here. You don't.
Then Strickland.
You don't pass.
What I think happens is you send Strickland on that same post he's been doing. You run a drag route with Pollo, and you run a go with Perry. You got to cover. You can't cover all of it.
Hear me out on this one. I say, because you're in a 3rd and 18, very, very high, unlikely that you're going to get a first down. If you run the ball, Bedford has no timeouts. You will kill at least. You'll be down to like 2 minutes left, and then you'll punt. You'll force them to go 90 yards with no timeouts. It's very hard to do.
Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a design run.
Right, and so it's a tackle now.
And I think Zach Picard is a punter. He can pin him.
Right, but what I'm saying is that now what I would do is I let the clock go all the way down, take a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, that would be smart too. That's a Bill Belichick.
Right, so you take a 5-yard penalty, you blow all the, take it all the way down. Or you can call a timeout yourself because you don't need the timeout. And then you punt.
I think you keep your timeouts just in case Bedford does not manage the clock correctly and you have to run the field again.
Yeah, let's see what they're doing here.
I think they're going to wait for this delay of game.
He calls a timeout. He called a timeout, Coach Hammond, at 1 minute and 59 seconds. So now it's really all about...
It's a 2-minute drill for Bedford.
It's a 2-minute drill. It's tough in high school. Now, you get the benefit of the doubt on a catch. On a first down, the clock stops until the ball is placed. But Bedford has to score a touchdown here. It's not a field goal. So, again, this is tough. I mean, anything could happen. I mean, I'd argue that Goffstown had an opportunity. They had a turnover around the 40-yard line, 50-yard line, or shall I say, and to get some first downs and win the game. So this one is, in some cases, I'm not saying you're inviting an upset, but it's possible.
And at the end of the day, Bedford doesn't have any timeouts left.
I understand.
So this is an even tougher situation for them.
Key here is, does Bedford go for a blocked punt? And you could argue that you do, because in terms of odds are that Picard is going to kick it out of bounds.
Yeah.
If he's smart, he will kick it out of bounds, kick it to the sidelines.
So let's see here.
You need a good snap.
High kick. Perfect. It's going to roll right out at around the 11.
The 15, I think. We'll split the difference. 12. So Bedford needs to go. Yeah, Bedford needs.
Closer.
You were close. Okay. Bedford needs to go 88 yards with 1:52 with no timeouts. So if you're Goffstown, you'll give up those 5-yard pass plays.
I think you play like a cover 4 deep. You
Yeah,
don't
I
put,
think-
you put 2 or 3 on the line because you know what? If they
Yeah,
run it,
I would agree. I think that you have to have, you got to give a little bit of prevent defense here to
Yeah.
a degree, because each play you got to figure takes like 6 or 7 seconds, and then barring any first downs, the clock is running.
yeah.
And can you get a pass rush? That's the other key.
All right.
Again, the-
Coverage here. Wideout falls down,
Goes out-
and he's
out
going to
of
get out of
bounds.
bounds. It's a good play for Bedford.
It is. They picked up 10 yards. We were really soft there, and the cameraman just was abominable on that one. Couldn't
You
even
have
see
to
the play.
For Goffstown here, you have to play sideline to sideline because you know they're going to go out of
Yeah,
bounds.
right.
And you have to stop them from doing that.
So we're looking at Hinault, 15 for 19. Beautiful game for him. I don't
Yeah.
think you could do better.
3 total touchdowns.
And you look at
rushing,
at
1
Michael,
passing.
same thing. Great game.
Yeah. 13 of 15, 111
So they picked up
yards.
10 yards in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So Goffstown's got to do a little bit better job protecting the sidelines here.
Good pass rush, but it's picked up by Bedford. Michael's going to... That's
Picked off.
intercepted again.
That's it. Game over.
That's got to be game here.
Yeah, that's game over.
No timeouts for Bedford. Who's going to get the interception there? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was Will Sasso.
Let's see what happened here. Michael gets flushed out of the pocket, and then he just tosses one up, it looks like. That's a tough throw.
Right into the middle of the field.
And, he's saying that he got interfered with, number one.
Is that ball catchable? That's
I don't
what you
think
have to
it
look
was
at. For
catchable.
one, it looked
Well,
like he was
are they
going
giving
down low.
are they giving them the ball? It looks like they're not giving Goffstown the ball here because the offense didn't come on the field, guys.
That ball was not catchable.
It was
for
not
Sanchez.
catchable, but they're saying that it was like a hold.
I don't agree with that call.
They're
That ball
saying
was-
that it was interference, that he held him or something.
I don't agree with that call at all because Sanchez, there's no way
Well,
that Sanchez even gets a hand on that ball.
yeah, I would tend to agree with that. I think it was at least 10 yards over his head.
Yeah.
So a minute 39 left. That's a first down, automatic first down at the 36-yard line for Bedford. Pressure by Goffstown, and
Check down
what
throw.
a great play!
We
And-
need to step up in coverage.
Well,
Goffstown needs to step up in coverage right
Well,
now.
Here's the problem: is that Michael is taking a deep drop,
Yeah.
a very deep drop. Look how he's going back 10, 15
Yeah.
yards, and there's no containment there, and it's just bad coverage.
Yeah.
It's just really bad coverage. It's a crossing route, and just I don't know what to say.
If I'm Hammond here, I start pulling that middle linebacker off of the blitz and have him cover these crossers.
Yeah. So we got a first down and 10 at the Goffstown 47-yard line. Bedford needs a touchdown.
Strickland coming off the side. That one's batted down. No?
see it.
No. Oh, that's intercepted.
Can't see it.
I believe that was intercepted.
like
It looks
it's
like the sideline is
Yeah.
going quite insane. Let's see do we have any refs calling it? You know what? I couldn't see it.
They're moving chains, though, so I think it is an intercept. It's hard to tell. They are. It is an interception.
It is an
because they're
interception.
coming off the field.
Okay. So no interference there. Let's
Right,
see
so
if
it's
we can
hard
see
to
if
sell
any of this.
what happened. Apologize for those of you in the audience. Let's see what happens.
It looked like it was Michael Levesque on the interception, and yeah, that's an off-screen play.
Yeah.
It looked like an out route, probably a little over his head.
So now it's just take a knee.
Yeah, you just take a knee. You've got enough time.
Yeah.
They don't have any timeouts. Victory for me.
Yeah, that's what that is. You have a
Yeah.
guy back there just in case it's a fumble.
I thought it looked like our punt formation.
And they'll do that 3 times.
So Jarrett Hinault's rushing stats are going to go a little bit down for tonight. But he does
Well-
have two rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown today.
Yeah, he played.
It was a great game.
He played one of the best games I've seen him play.
He did not have a single turnover.
Well, I'm just saying, it was very composed, I think, on his part. And listen, it doesn't hurt when you have 3, 4, 5 guys who can catch the ball, and you have one who can catch pretty much anything.
Yeah.
In Peyton Strickland.
Had some incredible
Oh,
catches
just
tonight.
an unbelievable game. So he'll take the knee, and I think he's got to do it
He's got it
one more time.
Yep.
And that'll do it. So Goffstown with a 26-21 lead with one more kneel down, and just a
Very
really
good game.
Really good game. I wish that we were there, but by the same token, a great job by our folks here at GTV, and that is going to do it here, folks. So, so Broden, a big victory. Player of the game is clearly Peyton Strickland. 9 receptions, 145 yards. Just did so much.
Yeah.
And what we don't show on that is what he did on the defensive side of the ball too.
He was in Michael's face every single time. So along with thanking everyone here at our crew and our studio, we'd like to thank everyone at BCTV allowing for us to use the stream without us having to make the trip to Bedford. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to Ty and Dave and Adam out in the studio.
And I want to thank everybody of all of our fans, all the Grizzly Nation out there watching on GTV and YouTube and Facebook.
I believe I heard we had over 200 viewers at one point tonight. So thank you all for virtually attending tonight's game.
And we will see you next week as we take on, I think it's Alvern,
I believe it's Alvern.
In Alvern. So is it? Oh, it's here, right?
I believe it's at Goffstown.
It's at Goffstown. All right, folks. So with that said, Scott Gross and Broden McCune signing off. Have a good night.
Don't forget to drink your water.